you doing? Okay, we are live. Perfect. We are not, so you haven't started it, but we are live. So this is decent. Perfect. Guys, we are live. We are live. We are live. I need to. Hey. Long time no see. Shit, I did not start the chat yet. So we are just going live directly. I haven't streamed in 2 days. I feel like it's just so much. Like a few things are going on, and just I haven't streamed in a while. So it is just so good right now to come back live again. Like seriously. I was working on a few things. Mostly I was working on my research. So and few things happened here and there. I had to go to some classes, like do some classes. There was, I think, also a birthday. If I don't like, no, that was last week. What was this week? I have completely forgotten what I was doing. Tuesday was not possible because something work related. Yeah, I was working on like a research paper I need to submit, which I haven't yet. So plus I couldn't even get a fucking haircut. Sarin is doing his rounds now on the side. Anyway, so like I have some publications on right now, like in press, like submitted to publication, and like I'm waiting on decisions. So that is happening. That has gotten me like so fucking shitty busy at this point. Like I just can't. It's not enough time to, hey Pookie, not enough time overall to stream these days, but there's so much shit going on right now that I have to. I mean, I like streaming, to be honest. Like, I don't know if you guys know the feeling, but if you start streaming about like literally anything, it may be whatever your topic may be, and you don't stream for like a few days here and there, you start feeling like this pressure on the inside, like you have to go online, you have to be here, because at the end of the day you really do enjoy this. Like just talking is very enjoyable. And like, oh shit, yeah, so on Tuesday what happened was I did not have my laptop because my partner took my laptop and she left me her laptop, and just the settings just weren't right. Also, hey guys, if you're new here, please do subscribe. This is not a chill stream per se, it's starting as a chill stream. So I can see the viewer count going up, and I don't know if these are like a legacy. So guys, please do subscribe. Please do share. We have a Discord. If you do Discord, you can find if you do Discord, you can find the link to the Discord as well from here. Hey Ark, how you doing? Are there, like, I wanted to ask this, are there like advertisements on Twitch or something like that? Or is it just like, or do you get advertisements on YouTube? Hey Ark, you get advertisements here? No, like not YouTube partners, like viewers. Do they get advertisements like now? Because I'm not an affiliated partner. Not yet anyway. Also do subscribe, Ark. I know it like, I'll tell you this. Affiliation, yeah. So I'll tell you this for anyone who doesn't know. It took me around 4 months of trying to get Ark over here in chat. He is a moderator on the Discord. He hasn't been to this is literally his first live. I am not joking. Hey Jesus. Man, we have characters here. I fucking swear. I love every single one of you. It is crazy, Pookie. It is crazy. It is crazy as fuck how he hasn't shown up. Yes, I'm calling you out. It's funny. It is funny. You are a moderator. Like, come on. Like, you haven't seen me with proper haircut, which was there for a while. I had proper haircut before. I mean, okay, Pookie. like being to every stream and moderation are very two different things. He's very loyal as a mod. Don't worry about it. It is, I am just joking. The job of like this entire thing that we are doing here is to get people to start a movement that he does very well. That is the whole point. I don't care if mods or anyone comes to the stream or not. At the end of the day, it is like a front face for the Discord, which is more important, I would say. Just general education for people. Like I don't educate you on the Discord over everything for nothing, you know. It's part of the movement. You're part of the movement. You like, did you? Yeah, political literacy. Exactly. That's why we are here. Yes, propaganda, but not in the liberal sense. Liberal sense propaganda is everything that's bad. This is not liberal. Let me please tell you, this is sense of Marxist propaganda, which is just public education and political literacy, nothing more. I don't give a shit about who you vote for. Let me be clear. I give a shit about you demanding your rights. Because ghante ka, if I start expecting people to vote for the left in India, we have to first decide what left is. Because there is no left in India. Even motherfucking like CPIM goes so fucking right most of the times. It's just annoying. I'm very politically. You are not politically literate, not anymore. Like थोड़ा direct absorption से तुझे मिलता है, तो don't tension मत ले. Slowly and steadily, you will understand. Don't worry. He is very active. Ark. He's extremely active whenever he has time. He likes to say he's very politically illiterate, but uska osmosis ho raha hai. It takes time. It takes effort. You will get there. Don't worry. Also, we haven't blasted off yet. Guys, can you please share the stream? Please. Request. तुम्हारे बिना कुछ नहीं होने वाला यहाँ पे. No, it's not what they all say. It's literally how it works. Like, this is a scientifically proven method to be literate. It's to be around people who tell you what is literate. That's what education is at the end of the day. Like, the form of Indian education that we have is not very nice. It, like, don't take it as actual education. It is just, I don't know, just sounds... Yeah, I know. Like, मैं तो फुकट का serious होता हूँ. You know me, man. It's like, you know me. मैं फुकट का serious होता हूँ. The point is, like, actual education, like what India is giving normally, it's not education. It is not. You don't get to, you get to learn like it is a very authoritative state kind of learning ki hai, itna padna, itna padho, aage factory wise. Factory assembly conveyor belt education, that is exactly what India is. Thank you for the words. Education that we are trying to do on the Discord is not factory assembly education. That education is quite literally or by osmosis, by discussing each and every view you may or may not have. So like, for example, we have this person named Andrew. He comes in being like anti-caste. He comes in being like anti-reservation. Like, he used to have those views. Uska bhi view धीरे धीरे change हुआ. Like, uska bhi view, like, he has become far more open to people than when he started. Like, that is what happened with him. I'm like, this is not even like a joke or anything. This is me being very perfectly clear. Like, this shit works. Honestly, I'm tired of people who think this shit doesn't work. I need to just blast off quickly. We're live talking about what the fuck. No, it is cool. It is cool. Oh, what the heck is the parliament doing? Budget 2026. and link. Because this works. So what's the topic of today's? Let me just blast off first. It's like we're talking about what is happening in the parliament. So don't worry. Link is here. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Like, it is a joke at the end of the day. The Indian parliament is a joke. Guys, can you please share that I'm stream? We are still not started yet. Like, we are still in the chatting phase. The chatting phase is for chatting. I haven't said like welcome to everyone yet. Guys, please like and share the stream. Especially please share the stream. We depend on you. Everyone needs to pull its weight. Thank you very much. Oh, I love you, Pookie. Like, genuinely, I very much like you as a person. I'm not even being like, oh, facetious about it. Like, share case I like you. Nah, I just kind of like you. Oh, the stream title has a typo where? Which where? Hold on. I have a typo in nearly every stream. No one notices. What even is happening in the parliament? Oh, is the parliament. Right. You're right. It's a typo everywhere. Which means I need to change the title in the YouTube as well. Hold up. Pookie, I'm saying, no, I changed the title, so you're not going to find it anymore. I need, like, you have like 5 seconds to go on YouTube to see the idiotic title there. Because I'm changing it there as well. Perfect. Also, I don't know. I don't know why. Like blame my autism for this. I wanted to tell you, we mentioned you earlier because we're talking about football. I'm here on YouTube. Yay. Oh, yeah, that's Pookie. So, do you see the old title or do you see the new title? Because I changed the title already. No, not. There you go. Okay, perfect. Anyway, so Courier, the thing is, we were mentioning on Discord, we were talking about football, and I was like, yeah, you were really into football back in the day. I think new one. Yeah. Sorry, Pookie. You kind of. Yeah, I know you haven't, but like you were into football. That's what I remembered. That's what I was like. Oh yeah, we were talking about like Indian football, and like okay, you didn't fall off. Like football, kind of boring, man. Like okay, I get it, but it's. I mean, it is fun. Why is this showing me that I'm offline? Yeah, you are falling off very intently. Like you are falling off. Like American football is literally like advertisements at this point. Hang egg is fucking fun. What's hang egg? Hand egg. Anyway, no, yeah, no, that thing, maybe it is fun, but like okay, I have a single question. Why are there so many advertisements? Like I think it's like a 90-minute game and it's like 90 minutes of advertisements overall. Like it is quite like American football is crazy, but I like Super Bowl halftime. Super Bowl halftime is literally advertisements. Yeah, I know it's money, but like how do people are like okay with it? I don't get it. Like what is the like do you not want to watch football? Yes, all of Super Bowl is advertisements. I have heard that they stop play in the middle while the advertisements are running and everyone has to just wait. This happens in football as well. Like play ho raha hai, I know we watch, like, I don't even watch cricket, let me be honest with you. Yeah, it is the most, like, cricket is the most ad friendly because literally nothing happens. Like, literally nothing happens. You can come back after like 2 hours in a one day, and literally the score will be the same, the players will be the same, everything will be the same. Like, literally nothing happens in fucking cricket. That is why it's ad friendly. But I'm like, American football, it is a continuous sport. It's like when the ball is in play, it is in play. But I have heard that they stop the play to like get the advertisements out. Yeah, no. I get it. Like, the play stops constantly from time to time. But like, yeah, okay, fair. I think that offends like a dozen million people, but cool. I see your point. I don't care. Like, I start this show with welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is how I go to jail. Like, I don't care about offending people. Like, the literal thumbnail on YouTube right now is like everyone's faces on a tree. I'm sorry. I don't care if I'm offending people. That's the whole point. That's why I'm normally like, we should be able to curse as well. Cursing is like the best form of connecting with people. Like, come on. I don't know. I don't like to offend people, but cool. No, I mean, like, I don't offend people like like myself, like SAB. Like, I generally don't go out offending people randomly. But like, I don't care if I do. That is the point. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, chava, but like, I'm just trying to be like, yeah, I'm beyond that at this point. Like, you can't, like, if you're worried about offending people, you are not, like, you can't be online. Like, to the amount of people I have actually offended overall, like 6 months ago, around 1 million people were crying over me. Not even joking. I have like a few threats. Like, I get randomly threats in my like DMs. Like, I get random threats from people. They have tried to dox me and they failed miserably. I have talked about this on Discord. Like, they literally were asking like the government of Germany to deport me. I am not in Germany. They were like, I have gotten so many threats on Twitter itself. I just don't care anymore. Yeah, I know. Seriously, it was like super funny. Like, there is this guy, like, hold on, where is this? Yeah, I know. It was so fucking crazy. Like, they tagged Germany of all things. Like, I got this message, okay, recently. Where is this? Where is this? Hold on. Like, it's not like that recent, but like, his name were like, I got this full ass message, right? No, not fucker. Can you just remove? How do I remove this split screen? Yeah, there you go. So like, I'll just show you. I get this weird shit like, whatever, ₹2 पापक्ष भोसड़ी का कोई भाव नहीं, मैं तुझे मारूंगा, मैं तेरा इधर मार के जाऊंगा, whatever, and I'm just like, आजा मारने राहुल, देख लेंगे. And then this is how I respond anymore. I found a funny reaction image from Germany that fits here. Yeah, it's like, I get so random threats these days. It's like, I don't care. Like, I don't even know what they're talking about. Like, I don't respond to everyone, to be honest with you, but it's like some of them are like super funny. Like, for example, where is this? Is this James Bass? No, this James Bass was agreeing with me. Hold on. Don't tell me I deleted it. Don't tell me I deleted it. No. Where is this? Like this guy comes in, okay? I'll just show you. I was in a space. I was in a space talking, like nice. He's like भोसड़ी के speaker तो दे. I'm like मैं speaker में थोड़ like I am not a moderator there. How should I give you speaker? This is what random संगीज do. ना अक्ल किधर की ना कुछ एंड दे आर लाइक नहीं मेरे को तू स्पीकर दे आई एम लाइक मैं खाली स्पीकर मैं उधर खुद सिर्फ स्पीकर हूँ आई कैंट गिव यू स्पीकर इफ आई एम लाइक द इफ आई एम नॉट लाइक द मॉडरेटर ओवर देयर कुछ भी मतलब फुकट में चिल्लम चिल्ली it's very stupid like that's why I don't care about offending people anymore. I checked out during the sports talk. No, you checked out during like sports talk, that is fine, but the point is we weren't talking about sports, we were making fun of sports. Like come on. Lol, iPhone or Android? Dude, Android all the way. No one is using an iPhone. Yeah, I mean there's no point. मेरी आंख फुकट में बंद हो रही है लाइक माय दिस आइज लाइक फुकट में बंद हो रही है अभी आई कांट इवन एनीवे yeah no but hating sports is small pp energy I will not elaborate. Well maybe I don't care. I'm an Apple fanboy all the way. No, we know you have sent so many. We have so many screenshots from you because you have an Apple phone. We know. Like normal Android वाले इतना screenshot नहीं लेते. They are very self-sufficient. Pookie, you're not getting proof of anything. Also, I don't hate sports. I don't like American football or Indian cricket. I decently like football as a sport and basketball, but I don't like many sports. I don't like the over consumerism of sports. It's like, it just sounds too pointless to me. Like, okay, I understand. Okay, I know the biology and the psychology that goes on between supporting your favorite team. It is, at the end of the day, tribalism. It just doesn't sit right with me. Not anymore, sadly. I don't play sports with my friends anymore because my fucking friends are in America and Australia and some in India. Anyway, what about sports? That is fine. That is perfect. I'm not even talking about those sports. Play sports with your friends. It's a very good bonding experience, especially for you because you're young. It is amazing to play sports with your friends. You should be playing sports with your friends. It is professional sports is a gray area. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, professional sports that is not presented as a consumable is fine, I think. Like, for all of its faults, Olympics is not presented as a consumable. So I kind of like it as compared to, like, say, American football or Indian football, by that matter. Like, Indian football KSI is completely for consumers. Or like even professional boxing. Like, professional boxing is, in my scenario, the shittest kind of boxing out there. Like, did you see the Grammys? No, I did not. I don't care. I genuinely do not care about the Grammys, especially after the Epstein shit out. I didn't care about it before anyway. Hold on. Deutsche. Oh, okay, that's the meme. This is just false. Markets can exist without money. Come to stream. I don't know where Slayer is. How do you recommend a person become politically literate? Join the group. You already are. If you have some, like, even, oh, you're here. Hey! I was like, just kind of like, where is, kind of feels boring without you most of the time. There's literally no one to fight with. And I love fighting with you. Anyway, so how to become politically literal? Join the group. Mostly because I Discord, but you're already on the group. So that's fine. You will not fight me on text. You will fight me in person. There is a difference, and I will fight you in person. It will also be fun, but you motherfucker never fight me in like general discussions. I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, you hate me more than I hate myself. That is true, which is accomplishment, honestly. See, the thing is, mostly I can fight with Bliss because there are certain things I don't agree with her over, and that's why it's fun. I don't think there is anything that we don't agree on. Mostly, like overall, we are literally on the same bandwidth on most things. That's why I think that it's like fighting with you per se is not going to be fruitful. Fighting with Bliss is fruitful because we have like we don't agree with a lot of shit, like at all. Like I don't stop myself from saying shit to her, which I probably should. Which honestly, for everything that she does behind the scenes, for the Discord, for the streams, for whatever and everything, I should probably not be so mean to her because again, but like for me, if I'm not mean to her about things that I want to be mean on, it would be kind of sort of like lying, and I feel very bad afterwards. Like I'm genuinely, I'm like being very genuine. I feel very bad afterwards. But I'm still in the moment. Like if I am not fighting on the things that I should be fighting on, I am not going to be like honest to her about it. Anyway, I think we should probably start. Yeah. Oh. I do that before every single stream. Yeah, I do slap myself. It is very good for reducing tension in your jaw. Anyway, the stream has gone the way of Bitcoin. What? No, we are still at 1 or 2. It is fine. We need to go exponentially up now. We are Bitcoin in 2012. We are not zero yet. We'll go like to the up and down as well. Don't worry. वो सब होने वाला है. We should probably start anyway. Anyway. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the stream that answers the question why will need it arrested, ladies, gentlemen, and bees. We are talking today about the parliament, and we have a lot of shit to talk about. Let's like okay, the parliament session happened like last few days, and honestly, I have been confused. And I know you are confused as well. It is just bad, guys. They are trying to confuse us mostly. They're trying to, I don't know why, and like even the opposition is playing into it. Like the new budget fucks people over like so much. It fucks the farmers over. Introduction of the American goods and services into India is bad because no one other than the extremely rich can afford any of it. Like, come on. Literally no one can afford it. Like, do you really think in India, where majority of the farming is done by the poor who are already in debt, can buy American farming equipment, can replace their stocks with American farming stocks? No, they can fucking not. It is going to be run by Adani's and Manis of India. They are going to be a conglomerate. They are going to start leasing them out. They're going to start getting the farmers more in debt. Would you, again, as we say always, No one talks about this in the first hand. They'll come to this realization within the next few days. Trust. Like this literally happens every time we are doing a live on something like this. Every next few days, they'll come up. We did the take on Adani Ambani. 3-4 days later, everyone is doing the take on Adani Ambani. This is literally the first time you will get to hear on this. Like I am not even joking. We were talking about how Modi is controlled by Adani Ambani through Trump. Literally what just came out with the Epstein files. Literally what came out with the Epstein files. We were talking about it 6 months ago. No one was talking about it. We were. I very like the fact that we are streaming and there is proof right there for you to go check. On that notice, go back and check. Anyway, so we're talking about the budget. We are going to do a check about the post-budget analysis and what it means for agriculture first. Then we are going to talk about the drama that is going on with respect to the budget in the Indian media. Not just just Lok Sabha drama. Like, come on. It is so fucking stupid. Is it too loud? Tell me now. Because it is too loud for me. What the fuck is this? The business today has a start like this. What the fuck is this? I like the absolute jingoism of today's media is this is nascent like they're creating permissibility here. I'm not going to use big words here. They're creating permissibility may have been the big word, but they're literally creating, they're trying to give, suddenly message you that this is the year of reform in 2026 when the budget doesn't even talk about what they're going to do this year. Some right-wingers say that 0% tariff from India is a good thing for middle class because it will markets more competitive than... hold on, Bonzi. I'm just going to answer you quickly. Some right-wingers say that 0% tariff for India is a good thing for middle class because it will be the market more competitive. What's your say? 0% tariff for American goods would end up saying that American goods should be bought over Indian manufactured goods. That is a problem because that money is not going to the government. The money is not going to any, because it's no tariff. There is, even if there is taxation, that is a very small part of the actual product. The money at the end of the day is going out to America, making America richer by buying their products. We should be selling our products to America. The problem all of this bullshit was that we were so capitalist and top focused, that it ended up being like the money didn't go to the people who actually produce the goods anyway because of capitalism. But now the money is not, even the little bit tax. Yes, middle class is gonna get fucked. Everyone is going to get fucked except for the top class. But what is happening now is whatever little money that we got through taxation, whatever little money with exports is now, that's not going to happen. They're taking our money from us, not just our money in taxes, our money from India to America. We are literally becoming a consumer economy without having the money to be a consumer economy. America is a consumer economy, rather they're trying to change. Middle class is going to get fucked over agriculture sector is being opened. Exactly, but not just middle class. Middle class is in India is far too up. The poor, the middle, the semi-middle, the whatever, every single person is going to get fucked. There's a WhatsApp forward going around in WhatsApp that says Trump has done black magic on Modi. They signed the EU and US deal and now the spell has... reverse. Lol. No, the black magic is Epstein files and Hindenburg report. And whenever whenever Trump wants Modi to do something, he puts pressure on Anil Ambani and the Adanis over we are going to start investigating your firms and shit in America. That is the pressure they are putting. We already know I think at this point of time, you should not be afraid to say Adani Ambani ka kutta hai, the guy who's leading us. So, like, you should not be afraid to say that. I am. You should not be. Yeah, right wing is trying extremely to cope. Anyway, guys, if you're new here, like and share the stream. Please share the stream. That is extremely important. We do not get people from direct people finding us because we do anti-Modi content mostly, anti-BJP content, anti-right-wing content, which gets pushed extremely outwards. We do not get pushed. We need your help. We need grassroots movements. So please do like, please do share, and please do comment when the video is out. The stream is out as a video. It is extremely important, especially on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, please do share. Sharing is extremely important. On Twitch, especially getting out of the trenches is the most difficult part. Once we reach to a certain level, we will start getting organics on Twitch, but right now it is not possible. So please do share. Sharing extremely important, especially for us. Anyway, let's start.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome back to you on Business Today Television. We continue with our coverage of the national budget, spaces which did phenomenally well and found favor with the finance minister, and sectors that should have done better but are still left in the pipeline. To discuss what this annual budget means for agriculture, farm to fork, we are now joined by Professor Ramesh Chand, member for Niti Aayog, and Mr. Siraj Hussain, senior visiting fellow at the Indian Council for Research on International Economic Relations. Ladies and gentlemen, farming is the backbone of our country and the farmer is our soul. What has been the benefit accrued to him or her as far as this budget is concerned is what we are going to discuss over the next.
Yes, I am wearing hairbands because I did not have time to cut my hair, and I kind of like the look. I like wearing hairbands. It's very fun. I also need to get my that's, by the way, that's my ring. I also want to get my fingers colored, but they don't have the color of purple that I like. So yeah. Thank you. I like this too. I know, it's a flex. No, see, I want to get my nails colored as well, but I cannot find the color of shade of purple that I want. I really want to paint my fucking nails. Also, I need to get decals from the back. If anybody wants to sponsor, please help. I have zero money. Okay, well, no need to flex. I mean, I want to. Oh, see, the problem with this right now setup is I can't see your messages on screen. So no one knows what you're saying. So I was talking to Zing. Like, he's saying, like, are you wearing a hairband? Yeah, it looks good. Wow. Okay, no need to flex your ring. Anyway, so let's just keep going.
Next 20 minutes or so. Coming to you, Professor Chand, how do you see this document on the roadmap for the next 12 months or so as far as the Indian agriculture is concerned? What was good and what was found wanting?
I look at this budget not only for what it contains for next 12 months. I look at this budget from the angle of long term, what it contributes.
You have to look at this budget long term. You know why? Because it doesn't talk anything about the next year, what it's supposed to be. It only talks about future.
Toward role of agriculture in achieving goals of Viksit Bharat. The second thing I would like to say is that I find that this budget is different than earlier budgets. Like, this budget is not paying much attention to subsidies, freebies, largesse. It has, I think, learned from experience of last 10 years in agriculture that we are able to.
Agriculture is so going well, guys. Guys, agriculture is so going good. I know. It's an Indian news channel without yelling. I know. No, this is like serious. So there is what they show you on TV, and then there is something that they do for like telling you that, look, we are still relevant and we are still nice and we are actually working as like a news channel. So I'm like, okay, like that's what they're doing. Analysis on the budget. If you will check, send a link because I didn't see it, and I think My one issue with those newstainment, I'm genuinely curious what that means. I don't understand. Newstainment. Whatever. So I like to actually watch their stuff. I really do. And I would suggest everyone to go watch their stuff. It's like there is nothing to actually talk about. News entertainment. Oh, news entertainment. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we don't do. sorry. Uh, so the thing with talking about looking at Kabiran's analysis, not Meghnad specifically, Kabiran's, like anything connected with news laundry, it's like they are very slow for my ADHD, and I kind of get derailed myself. Yeah. It's I get like, it is like what, an hour or something, the whole thing, or like an hour and a few. Hold on, why did I start this in the background? So this is like what, an hour and 20 minutes, and there is not much to because they cover everything. I can just start and run their whole shit, and just you can just watch that instead. But then that's like, then where is my input? Like, so it ends up being like, okay, I can't do it. They're good at their job. They're good at conveying their point, and they're not wrong. They're never really wrong. Like, it is important to talk about in a Marxist perspective as well within the budget, but it is very hard to make a commentary over like what news laundry, like 1 hour long news laundry just to keep eyeballs on. It's very hard. And at the end of the day, it's kind of like you're stealing their shit. It would be different if their shit was like smaller, or if we were like, okay, I'll give you this. If we were big, like big, then there is a profit in reviewing that, because it profit goes to them as well. And I don't want to just be one-sided over this. I would rather do my own commentary with a source, if that's the situation. Make sense? I'm just trying to be fair, guys. I'm just trying to be fair.
To achieve historically highest growth rate in last 10 years, we never have any year when our growth rate.
Also, like here, I can just increase the speed. It's already on 1.2. There I can't. I don't know why.
Agriculture was negative. Earlier, the incident used to be 3 years in 10 years. And this stability, growth, and increase in
imagine this is like a fast forwarded. Like, imagine how slow he's speaking normally. I don't understand. Indian media guys speak so slowly. It's like itna dheere se, like this is like a 10-minute shit. This is not a 16-minute shit. Or this is even slower. Just speak faster.
What is the increase in even producer of manufacturing?
Hold on. I can't understand what he's saying at all.
Have any year when our growth rate in agriculture was negative. Earlier, the incident used to be 3 years in.
Growth rate in agriculture was never negative. Fine. But how many people actually died from suicide? The issue with the current structure of how the budget is done, that is a problem. Because they don't consider the impacts on like the poorest people when they're doing the budget. Like, it's always, we are going to give subsidies to like the top people, not the bottom people. We are never going to do like a long-term waiver of loans. There's a reason why in India it is said that a life of a farmer starts in death and ends in death.
In 10 years. And
that pun was intended because his father probably died from, and then he dies from,
growth and increase in farm income.
Socialism for the rich, capitalism for the poor. That is exactly what this is. This is exactly what Indian budgets are. every single person at the top gets socialism. Never the person at the
has
bottom.
been more than what is the increase in even producer of manufacturing and services.
Right.
So how it happened? I think how it happened, just to give me 2 minutes, it's important to mention these things. How it happened. If you look at that, how this happened, how the growth rate got accelerated from 3.4% to 4.4, that resulted mainly from this fishery, livestock, horticulture, which are demand-driven sectors, which are not the sectors.
The sectors are not demand driven. The demand is based on the supply. You have been taught that demand supply happens when, oh, demand, so there should be supply. No. Demand starts when you have supply. The major problem is transportation. You can't transport fresh fish halfway across the country immediately. That's a problem for demand. Because if it's not available, there's not going to be any demand. Same with horticulture. Horticulture, you have to transport it immediately. If you don't transport it, nothing's going to happen.
For which government has to give big support to achieve particular kind of growth rates. So this demand-driven growth has given
AI tools for agriculture makes zero sense, by the way. Absolutely no sense, especially in India. What are you going to do? Who are you going to replace with AI? Who are you going to replace with AI? That is the question you have to ask.
Big push in the last 10, 11 years. And I feel that this budget has, to me, seems consciously not disturbed the model which have delivered so well in the last 10, 11 years.
Just bring up how many people have died over the past 11 years, 12 years out of debt. You don't even need to. That is your metric for success of any budget. The metric of success isn't like just the growth of your goddamn GDP. Your growth of goddamn GDP is focused all on like the top 1% in India. It is never focused on the bottom. It is never focused on per capita income. Per capita income is what, 119 out of like 180 countries or something? Correct me if I'm wrong. We are in the hundreds. That is bullshit. It's like per person, the per capita GDP is $2,000. $2.3 thousand. I'll give you that. But most of it comes from the top 1%. The top 1% is so fucking rich that it increases your per capita GDP. Remove the top 1%. How much you have? Literally nothing. There are people in India who live on 100 rupees per month. It's pointless. It is absolutely pointless to have a budget that talks about AI in agriculture, like if it ever going to help the actual person who is supposed to help as part of the parliament. You're supposed to grow India. India is not Adani Ambani's, mind you.
Try to strengthen some of the measures which led to these achievements, and also try to consolidate how we can accelerate and sustain this growth rate. Some challenging area like.
By the way, guys, if you're on Twitter, please go and share the news that we are live. It is extremely important. It is one of the most consistent places we get people. Please do share.
Coconut, there was a certain challenge, and that is our most important tree oil.
Professor Chand, please allow me to get Mr. Hussain into the conversation.
Okay, I just want to mention, because the last point he mentioned was increase in the level of fisheries, and fisheries is not that easy as you think. Indian fisheries are predominantly based upon the informal sector. They are not based upon the value-adding sector, quote unquote, of like the big trawlers. And that is a problem. This is a problem environmentally. So how do you formalize the fishing sector in India, especially within the budget? You can't. You can't without giving them direct money to either stop doing fishing, which is, again, environmentally extremely important in India, or you formalize them, which also is not within the budget. The budget focuses on like larger companies doing offshore fishing, which is not good fishing, which is not supporting Indian fisheries. It's creating the very small it is just bolstering the commercial fisheries that is small in India currently, which is surprising, but it is still very extremely small as compared to like on informal sector fisheries. I'm not going to say either way, like neither of it is good. The issues with informal fisheries are a bit worse than commercial fisheries, I'll give you that. But again, at the end of the day, you need to be taking care of all the people, not just some of the people. That is the theory here.
Just get back to you. A warm welcome to you, Mr. Hussain. What do you think are the achievements of this budget, especially against the backdrop of this massive trade deal that we've done with the EU and the one that is pending with the US? The point of discord with the US was opening up our farm sector for US imports. Has the budget done anything at all to protect the farmer on that side, sir?
I do not think the budget has addressed that issue to any significant extent. You see, the main emphasis of the budget this year has not been on the crop sector. And as Professor Ameshan is pointing out, the budget has addressed the allied sectors of agriculture, which have no doubt shown a good rate of growth in the last 10 years. Fisheries, animal husbandry,
Don't believe any of this.
etc. And this is despite all the disturbances in the supply chain of animal husbandry, dairy, and fisheries, which are imposed in North India from time to time. When
He's talking about Sangh, RSS, because they are a problem. He's not going to say it out loud, but this is what we have been saying as always. Sangh is bad for business at the end of the day, whether you like to think of it as is or not. It is just bad for business. You cannot grow as a country if you have people like the Sangh working in India, stopping business. Because that's what they do at the end of the day. That's what Sanghis do. They keep India poor because that is their end goal. You have to understand it.
meat shops are closed, etc. So I think investment in the supply chain of fisheries is a very good idea, and the budget has addressed that. And I hope that Ministry of Food Processing, Ministry of Fisheries, etc., will provide the necessary funding for improving the supply chain. So I do not think the issue of exports has been addressed to any significant extent.
Okay, staying with you, Mr. Hussain, what are the two things that you found wanting that this budget document could have done, but may have refrained from doing so for whatever reasons?
Help people. That is the end of the answer there. It's help people. They have refrained from helping anyone except the rich.
I think the budget has omitted or forgotten the horticulture sector, which has also seen very good growth. And the second point about which I have also written is the reduction in the allocation for the Department of Agricultural Research and Education there. The most significant achievement of Indian agriculture in terms of export of various commodities like rice, etc., and even domestic consumption has been good quality of seeds. So whether we take rice, varieties like 1121 Pusa, or whether we take moong, or whether we take sugarcane, or we take the horticulture crops, the advances in seed technology have made it possible. In the 2024 budget speech, the finance minister had mentioned that there will be a challenge board of research in which the private companies and ICAR will perhaps be allowed to compete with each other. I have not seen anything after that. So that is a miss which I found significant.
Okay. Professor Chand, there's been a lot of emphasis on high value agriculture where margins are higher. Look at the work done for coconut farmers. Look at what the finance minister has done for walnut and almond farming.
All of these farming are intensive farmers. Intensive farmers are the richer farmers. They are not the ones that kill themselves over debt.
In your earlier conversations, you mentioned how
some of them do. Don't get me wrong. Some of them really do. They are really in debt, but they are not the ones you should be focusing on.
Per capita income has risen dramatically over the last 5 years.
What am I supposed to say to this line? What am I supposed to say to this line? That someone is telling us that the per capita income of Indians has increased drastically over the past 5 years. What am I supposed to say? Are we supposed to say, oh yeah, it is, if you're supposed to agree? Literally, their eye catcher is a coin with Modi on it.
when you look at focusing on
This
livestock,
this
etc.
is a
Do you
joke, by
think
the way.
these
Like, the
high
channel is kind of a
value
joke.
products such as coconuts, walnuts, and almonds are the way forward?
Uh, they are part of the way forward. They are one constituent of the way forward. As I already mentioned, that our high value segment is horticulture, plantation crops, fishery, and livestock.
Mhm.
And coconut is not a small crop. It occupies 2.2 million hectare area. And last 7 years, we were experiencing decline in yield of coconut, which reduced our production also despite expansion in area. And coconut, you know that global and domestic preference for coconut is rising. Its prices are looking up. And we have technology that we need to replace some of the old plantation. We have difficulty in harvesting nuts from 60 feet tall trees. Now we have dwarf varieties, which are only say 20 feet or so. They are high yielding, they are disease resistant. So because of all these,
No matter what happens, the price of the actual product is way too low that people can't make a living out of it. It doesn't matter how good a crop is, as long as you can't sell it at a price that is affordable for the farmer itself. There's a reason why farmers live in debt, are born in debt, and die in debt. And nothing is done to solve that problem. Everything is done to make rich people richer. That is the end of the day, the goal of this budget.
these reasons and to become number one. Now Jamaica has become number two in productivity. We need to pay special attention to a coconut. As far as almond and walnuts are concerned, the consumer expenditure shows that during last 11 years after 2011-12, the highest increase in per capita consumption is recorded in case of tree nuts. So the increase is more than 200%, and we are meeting this requirement through imports. Whereas we have scope, particularly for increasing production of elements through high density plantations and to reduce our import dependence. After all, we are also emphasizing, along with pushing export, the goal of Atmanirbharta. But I would say that dry fruit and nuts which are getting highly preferred among consumers, that peanut is getting replaced by, you will find, by kajus and badams. So we need to, I think,
What the
do
fuck is
something
this conversation? I should have watched this
to
completely
expand
before.
the domestic production to
They are
reduce
like
the
struggling with
excessive
finding
dependence
whatever
on
they can
import
for
of
the
these
people of
products.
India.
And
Literally
of course, they
struggling.
are high value products. Their income is generally 5 to 6 times what is the income from the field crops.
Okay, fair point. So that's a good niche target that the finance
Sorry.
minister has addressed. Staying with you, Professor Chand, we had talked about challenges and hopes and expectations that were, left unmet, maybe temporarily, as far as the agriculture space is concerned. What, according to Niti Aayog, could have been done better?
Not done better. I would say that I have one concern. I think it was flagged by Siraj Hussain Sahab also. I find in the budget that there is a fall in the budget for agriculture research. The budget for Department of Agriculture, Research and Education has come down from something.
So not done better. Like, look at this guy is just sucking up at this point. Moving on.
10,200 crore. Some areas, because of this, who meet most of
There's
their
no employment, there's
funding
no agriculture
requirement
research, there's
by
nothing. Everyone else
forging
does it
alliances
except
with
us,
the private
apparently.
sector, doing research in partnership. So I think ICR will now be under pressure to go for those kind of things, which I think are being pursued by many other countries also.
Right.
So this is one area where I think allocation should have been increased rather than reducing it.
Okay. My final question to you, Hussain Saab. India is on the cusp of many bilateral trade deals.
India is not cusp of any bilateral trade deals. The trade deal with US is an extortion. The trade deal with EU has not been signed yet. Also, the trade deal with EU is, hey, we are going to let you sell your stuff here for immigrants coming into the Europe. It is literally like saying, oh, give us the people that are good at jobs and we will sell you stuff. That is the EU trade deal. That nothing more. Plus, it hasn't even been signed yet.
both in East Asia
There's a
as well as
difference
in
between
Western
those goddamn
geographies.
deals.
We've signed one very
Read.
big one with the EU in the last 15 days or so. What, according to you, are the 2 or 3 major steps or pitfalls that the government should be considering on behalf of Indian agriculture when it goes to sign these deals, whether in the eastern part or the western geographies?
Actually, as far as EU is concerned, there are very strong non-tariff barriers in the form of SPS regulations. So even though we will have more access, higher access to European market, but I think the SPS regulations will come in the way of that. We have seen that in case of mangoes. We have seen that in case of grapes. Our agriculture cooperatives, for example, in
I'll be
Maharashtra,
back in a
has been able
second.
to cope up with that, but it is not easy to manage those regulations. And European farmers have been protesting against the Europe's agreement with Mercosur, for example. So that is as far as EU is concerned. Now, as far as Southeast Asia and US are concerned, there is good scope of exporting primary agricultural products as well as processed products, and we should try to get acceptability for certain other products. For example, export of buffalo meat. Now, neither Europe nor US allows import of buffalo meat from India. One reason is the foot and mouth disease, which we have not been able to control. So a lot more is needed to control that disease so that our exports can go up. There are a lot of things as far as agricultural processed food is concerned where we have a very good scope. And
Okay. We are moving on actually. The second thing I would like to watch, I mean, I'm not watching this for now because I didn't watch it before.
Paying much attention to the finance minister's speech because we
See, this is the problem with actually going about and watching. Sorry. This is the problem with going like Indian
find
news.
that most
They're
of the
quite slow.
announcements that are made end up not really being implemented, or the budgetary allocations are so small that they don't matter, or they actually just never happen, or they fizzle out into thin air with tiny investments. So, we get all excited about different schemes and programs that they announce, but they don't actually take place and they have very little impact. And then,
Yeah, see, that is also a big issue with this. Like, this is a budget, right? This is a budget. This is not like them doing stuff.
the government
They're like
conveniently
promising
forgets
they're going to
about
do
it in a
stuff.
few years. Whether it's the Mudra scheme for small entrepreneurs, or it is, the apprenticeship scheme that was launched with such fanfare, all of these things, really, it doesn't matter anymore. But I think the budget and looking at it is still useful because, the numbers give us some idea about the actual approach, the unstated real approach to the economy.
Well, let's take it piece by piece. I was a little concerned that we didn't hear enough about unemployment because it remains a massive concern in our country. Youth unemployment, if I'm not mistaken, the last number we looked at was about 17%.
Mm-hmm.
Was that enough? There was something about skilling, but was that enough in your opinion?
Not at all. And we've been saying skilling for the last 20 years. And, we have extremely skilled youth who are not finding jobs. And we're going to have more and more skilled youth who are not finding jobs. So the problem is elsewhere. It is a macroeconomic problem. And that is something that this government has just refused to accept for a very long time, which is that we have to stop seeing our workforce as a potential cost. Everything is designed to drive down wages, to reduce labor costs, to make it easier for employers to pay less and less.
I mean, just get to the point. It is capitalism at the end of the day, but they never do. That is the problem. They never do. It's like you'll talk about back and forth. They'll never blame capitalism for what it is. Like, okay, you want to change that? Fine. Just say it's capitalism. It is bad. Like, but they never. Like, I don't know these well-wishers of capitalism, what they think. Just say it's capitalism. That is bad. That we don't need capitalism in this world. We can fix the world without capitalism. Just say it.
To workers. We should instead be seeing our workforce as an asset and a potential source of demand. Because, that's the reason why private investment is not picking up. Over the last 10 years, we've seen all kinds of blandishments. We had a major corporate tax cut in 2019. We've had all kinds of other incentives being thrown at the private corporate sector. Investment rates keep falling. They don't go up. And why don't they go up? Because there isn't demand in the country. There isn't a mass market that will buy the goods that they would actually go out and produce. And that's the same reason why foreign investment has also realized that this is not really a workable proposition.
Yeah, Indians don't pay for shit, by the way, because they don't have the money to pay for shit.
We're not getting the FDI that they expected for sure, or even the portfolio investment, which has been
FDI is the foreign direct investment, by the way.
leaving the country in droves over the last months.
Well, if you take this piece by piece again, last year there was a sort of tax cut for tax, for income tax in the country. The slabs were changed, and the idea was this will leave more money in the hands of people to spend. Domestic spending will go up among the average Indian, and that will be a fillip to companies to invest more. That hasn't happened, has it?
Again, who is the average Indian? 8% of the people pay income tax. 8%. So, you and I are in that rich category. But how much more can 8% do relative to increasing the incomes, the livelihoods of our 1 billion, say? And you could do that if you really focused on things like actually a genuine.
Okay, hold on. This is gone again. Jesus fucking Christ. I am starting to hate Opera quite a lot. I should have deleted Opera last time, but I did not because I'm stupid. But give us a second. Opera is not working again, guys. Jesus fucking Christ. There you go.
Which there are many excellent proposals available, massively increasing spending on health and education, because really the poor people are going in debt for dealing with health crises and trying to put children through school and college in the hope that they will get jobs which they are not able to get. Also because these are hugely employment generating. And also something I've been saying for a very long time, small, micro and medium enterprises is where it's at. Again, we had some tiny, rather ridiculous scheme for small enterprises in the budget. But actually, you need a full package to give them the same terms that the big guys get. They should be getting access to credit at the same terms. They should be getting access to knowledge. They should be having a package that provides inputs, enables them to access markets. It can be done. And
it can be done, but it can't be done if you keep sucking on the teat of capitalism. Just you keep you're like, all their arguments are revolving around like, oh, capitalism is bad, but they're never going to say capitalism is bad. I don't know why.
And if we focus on that, that's where employment will be generated, and that will filter down, or filter up, shall I say. It will actually bubble up to the corporate sector as well.
I mean, the fact that there was no mention of farmers or farmer income, and I remember at one point this government was saying that they will double farmer income by a certain deadline. That deadline has sort of been sidestepped, and there's no mention of it. There was no mention of it at all. Also, the employment guarantee scheme, Manrega, which has now been renamed, and a lot of that cost has been pushed on to the states to bear that cost. But was there anything there in your mind that will support our agriculture sector in a way that will improve incomes?
Not at all. And in fact, it's worse. It wasn't just that the scheme is renamed. It has been destroyed. It was a right. It was a right. You could demand work, and it was the duty of the state to provide it. It is now a centralized scheme where state governments have no say, panchayats have no say. The central government decides when, where, how much, and what will be done. It's entirely up to them. And for that, which the state governments have zero power over, or the local panchayats, they have to shell out 40% of the money, which they cannot afford. In fact, it's financially impossible for state governments to deliver this, which means it will not happen. So as usual, there's a big promise of 125 days of employment. There's no question of getting that. Even in the best days of Manrega, we got 40, 50 days on average of per household. But now there's zero question because state governments cannot afford to pay that 40%. In any case, a lot of it is going to be contractor driven and capital intensive because they've taken all of that out as well in the new law. And essentially, the government has put itself in the state where they're saying, look, we are willing to spend the money. It's the state government that's not doing it. So it's their fault. It's not our fault. It's shocking what has been done because this was a critical lifeline for the rural poor. And it was also a stabilizing force macroeconomically, and we won't have that, which is a disaster.
I mean, the other thing that disappointed me, Jayati Ghosh, was the missing urban development and air pollution. I mean, after Geeta Gopinath pointed it out at Davos, that air pollution is now an economic issue for India. It's going to cost India in lives. It's going to cost India in medical care. We need to look at that before we look at anything else. There was no mention of it at all in this budget because there could have been a direction at least placed in Parliament saying this is something we're taking seriously. Is this wishful thinking or misplaced hope on my part to hope that this found a place in the budget?
Well, I mean, it would be the normal, rational thing to do, and it's what other countries have done. So, it's extraordinary to me that, okay, Geeta Gopinath said it, but you don't need someone outside to say it. You experience it in our cities. And it's not just Delhi anymore. Mumbai is polluted, Kolkata is polluted, Bangalore is polluted, smaller towns are polluted. And this has real economic effects, not just in terms of eventual illness and death. We have an unhealthy workforce right now. All the people I see, working people around me, are coughing. All of them have got some lung infection, all of them. I mean, literally everyone. Whether it's a driver, a person selling peanuts on the road, construction workers.
See, and this is what they don't show you in the news, right? that everyone has some sort of bronchitis or lung issues, especially because of the air pollution. Everyone's eyes hurt, everyone is suffering, but that is never in the news whatsoever, because they want to keep saying that, oh, we love this government so much. One of the major reasons for all of this air pollution, all of this bullshit, is that the government wants to keep Adani Ambani still rich. That's why they will not close down factories. That's why they will not slow down construction work. There's a reason for it. Check who is the one person who gains the most out of this. It is not you and me. It is them.
Domestic workers, everybody is ill because of this air pollution. And on top of that, you have this, this notion that somehow it doesn't affect anything else. Tourism has come down because people are worried about air pollution. And that's destroying other kinds of livelihoods. Foreign direct investment thinks twice for the same very reason. It is such a burning, immediate economic issue that it's just extraordinary that it's not a bigger political issue and right on the minds of our leaders all the time. I have to also mention, I was recently in Johannesburg and in Sao Paulo. Both cities had what they call high levels of air pollution, above 200, above 250 AQI. Both of them have brought it down to under 80. So it can be done. It's not just China that has got rid of its air pollution. Countries like South Africa and Brazil have managed to do it. So it clearly can be done. And so it's just the lack of political will, which is inexplicable to me.
And it's interesting because if the solution is found in big cities like Delhi and Mumbai, that solution can then be applied to other cities that seem to be headed that way.
All of this bullshit
because if we don't do anything,
is that
in the next 2 or 3 years, our top 15, 20 cities will all have unbreathable toxic air. That's why they will
direction
not
that we're going in. I apologize
slow
for the
down
construction.
I think he agrees.
There's a reason for it.
I do want to ask you about the tariffs, though.
Who gains the most out of this?
We've had the Trump tariffs and the textile industry, several industries that are suffering because of it. Could there have been anything offered in this budget for that?
Because of this? So you see, when I said the budget disappointed me, despite my low hopes, there were 3 areas of disappointment. One, you've mentioned farmers. Because, farmers is a political issue for the government still. So I would have thought there would be at least some attempt to pacify them instead of thinking that PM Kisan, 6,000 rupees a year, 500 rupees a month is enough. So that's one. The other, I have a long-standing concern about small-scale enterprises, but I know that that's not going to happen. But I genuinely felt that there would be a package for the labor-intensive industries that are hit by tariffs. And that's particularly gems and jewelry, textiles and clothing, footwear, leather and footwear. Now, they are relatively small. They are things you can have specific packages for. And the package can include credit, it can include technology upgradation, and helping them find other markets. Because the US market, it's right now not available, and we can't keep hoping for it to happen, but we should be ready to compete in other markets. And none of that was there, which to me was a big surprise. But the third very big surprise I just want to raise, Faye, because it was hidden in the numbers, but it's very important, is the real destruction of federalism through the extreme stinginess, or I would say even oppression, shown to state governments. So let me explain exactly what I mean by this. We know that it's a centralizing government. We know they take decisions without consulting states, including, the corporate income tax reduction. They never consulted states that also lost 40% of the revenue from that, and so on. So we know that it's a centralizing government. But you know what they've done this year? Their own tax revenues were significantly below what they expected, okay? It was about 120,000 crore, I think 119 something, okay? But approximately 120,000 crore less than they expected. So what have they done? They have cut the grants in aid to state governments by 121,000 crore, and they have cut, that's the centrally sponsored schemes. They have cut by 121,000 crore, and they've cut the grants in aid by 163,000 crore. So they are making state governments bear the burden of all of these reductions, because these schemes are run by the state governments. They can't simply do away with them. If they don't deliver, their people will be asking them, why isn't this happening? Why isn't that happening?
This bullshit.
And the grants in aid are critical, sometimes for capital investment, sometimes if you have a natural disaster, for whatever reason. To cut those is not just deeply, selfish is the wrong word, it's deeply destructive also of any support that states can expect from the center. And I fear that it's destructive of our whole federal polity.
Professor Ghosh, what is your assessment right now of this budget, in the sense that, do you believe that it will have any impact at all on the ground? Will people feel any of this? Or did it, Was there anything in this budget that
all
you
of
were
this
impressed by?
bullshit
No,
is
unfortunately
that the
not. There was
government wants to
nothing.
keep
But you see,
Adani
it's
Ambani
also
still.
because I take all the promises made in the budget speech with a huge grain of salt.
Jesus,
Because
it's
if you
gone
just
again.
look the following year,
I fucking hate opera. Rich.
2 years
That's why they will not close down factories. Hold on. That's why they
down the
will
line,
not
none of those schemes.
slow down construction work. There's a reason
Can't
for
hear
it.
you when
Check who is the one person
the
who
fuck
gains
is
the most
happening
out
here?
of. Hold on, what? Can't hear you when you speak over the playing audio? Oh shit, you can hear the... Okay. Okay, sorry, that's my bad.
amount to anything. So unfortunately, as I said, I went in with low expectations. So I thought I couldn't be disappointed. But I've been disappointed in these 3 areas. And that's a bit serious.
The other thing that I thought, was missing at least was any mention of railways, which used to have its own budget separately at one point because it was that important in India. There was no mention of it at all, except for those 7, high-speed corridors that were announced. Is that a miss? Should there have been something there about safety?
Guys,
Should there have been
hold on. I'm
something
going
there
to come
about
back in a second, okay?
local transport? Like
Go
Mumbai?
like and share the stream. Go like and share the posts on Twitter.
Local. Have we sort of abandoned railways as well?
Well, that's very interesting. I haven't looked specifically at the railways, but it fits in entirely with the rest of the approach to infrastructure. Because the one thing this government has spent a lot more on is what they call CapEx, capital expenditure. And most of it is infrastructure. But it hasn't had the kind of impact you would expect because it's all mainly directed to these very large, big ticket projects, which have high publicity, major highways, high-speed rail, fancy new airports, that kind of thing. Now, that doesn't generate jobs, but more importantly, it doesn't help most small, micro, medium enterprises. So if you instead said we're going to make an all-weather road to every village, we're going to ensure piped water and electricity to every household, those would have an impact. Those would actually make a difference. That is the difference in terms of the approach to infrastructure, I think. And what you're saying about the rail fits exactly with that.
So, but when this government started, these are the things that they were talking about, the India Jal Mission, where there would be piped water to every single village, there'd be a road leading to every village would be electrified. Have those goals been met?
Well, you see, the audits that are supposed to be performed are not performed. The data that we have suggests that they are at best maybe 50, 60% and way behind target. And certainly the micro studies that are conducted by NGOs and others show that it's not the case in many, many villages. But on the other hand, you see, the trouble is that data are also being suppressed. So, the poor head of the survey that found that, the universal toilets had not been achieved, that there was still open defecation, according to the survey. The poor man lost his job. So this is how you can suppress the information that would show that it hasn't met what you had promised. It's a bit like the Ganga scheme. That had an audit. It was available for 5 minutes online and disappeared.
Could it be that the argument behind this budget is that if we're growing at 7% which is already impressive by itself, in spite of Trump's tariff, all of the uncertainty in the world, maybe we don't do anything and leave things as they are and just continue because that's the best option out of this?
Well, first of all, I don't believe the 7%, and I don't think anyone does. I mean, even the IMF has said that, it's a problematic calculation. But let's even say 5%. You tell me an economy that has been growing at 5% for 20 years, where real wages are stagnant, and where some real wages have fallen, and where incomes from self-employment have fallen. I can't think of any other economy like that. If we are getting growth, it's absolutely then the wrong kind of growth.
See, the thing is, there's one more thing over here to understand, that growth in the Indian economy may not be true. Because multiple times we have said that our growth statistics are wrong. It has been said multiple times by multiple people. Multiple economists have said that India's growth cannot be trusted. IMF gave us a C on the trustability of the data we produce. Please do remember.
What, according to you, are the solutions for our economy right now?
I would say the most important is actually the revival of the small, micro, medium enterprises, a focus on public spending in health, education, sanitation, ensuring that our population is adequately fed and is able to live in reasonably clean surroundings.
Just say you want Marxism. Just say you want Marxism. Just say you don't want capitalism. Just say you want socialism. Just say it. Like, I just need these people to just say it. Because at the end of the day, this is what you're talking about. But you think it's a boogeyman. You think it's not good. You think providing for the people is something bad, that you have to do it in the purview of what is developed to go against it, capitalism. And that is a problem. I'm just keeping quiet right now so I can clip that later.
Those are our major priorities, and those are what is important for the economy as well.
Jayant Ghosh, if I were to ask, I know all guests hate this question, but if I were to ask you to give a star rating to this budget out of 5, where would you place it?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 0 because I'm somehow part of this because I have FOMO. Moving on. This is quite literally the worst thing out here, okay? Orange economy. Not even joking. This is quite literally the worst thing that happened in the budget.
Term orange economy. If you haven't, this budget may have just introduced it to you. This year, the government has made a pivot towards creativity as an economic strategy. And I will tell you why.
Our growth data is just as fake as inflation data. A huge chunk of people is running out of money while most can't get past paycheck to paycheck no matter what the salary is. Exactly. And the top 2% getting it. Exactly. You're on the money, ironically speaking, even though you have none. Sorry for that.
But first, what exactly is the orange economy? Think of it as a business of creativity.
Orange economy is just a fad. That is it. They are trying to monetize and push for education about content creation. Content fucking creation. You do realize that content creation is not really a job that, first of all, anyone can do. Especially, I love smug and funny Papaksh. Yeah, thank you. Now I'm just happy. I'm getting red. Anyway, so content creation is so fucking bullshit as a job prospect for children. It doesn't teach you anything. They're trying to push for it because, again, okay, this is going to be a very Papaksh take. Listen to me. They are trying to do this. So they can create the next generation of IT cell. They are trying to educate people in how to create pro-Modi propaganda. That is what they are trying to do, in my opinion. And what do we say about opinions like this right now? Within 6 months, you're going to come back here and tell me I'm right.
Creativity, anything where ideas, not raw materials, create value. This includes films and OTT, animation and VFX, gaming and esports, comics and graphic novels, design, fashion and architecture, music, concerts and live events, YouTube creators, educators, podcasters, even cultural exports like yoga, cuisine and storytelling. So it includes a variety of things. As of today, this economy is worth roughly $30 billion in India. 30.
Wait, I didn't write that. Yeah, that's from the future.
$30 billion. This is an estimate and it does not encapsulate all of it. This area, this sector employs about 8% of the workforce. It generates more than $11 billion in exports. And this sector is growing faster than your traditional manufacturing. So what did today's budget announce? The headline move.
Just literally nothing for the people. This budget did not announce anything for the people.
Was this? India has something called the AVG.
Why is this fucking up? Jesus Christ, opera. I can't deal with opera anymore. I'm just like fucking sorry, guys. Sorry, like opera is fucking shit. I can't tell you how much. It's just hanging every 5 seconds. Okay, just fucking annoying.
Need 2 million professionals by 2030. And to feed that demand, the government has announced the AVGC Content Creator Labs. They will be set up.
It's going to be such a fucking failure, like the government's push after the BJP when it came to what? The the incubator farming and like the startup bullshit. It fucking failed. This is going to fail the same fucking way. You cannot create a new field out of nowhere. There is literally zero demand. You don't even need to go to school for this. This is literally, and I'm not even joking, going to be for the creation of the next IT cell for the BJP.
Up in secondary schools and colleges.
I propose to support the Indian Institute of Creative Technologies, Mumbai, in setting up ABGC Content Creator Labs in 15,000 secondary schools all over the country and 500 colleges. The Indian design industry is expanding rapidly, and yet there is a shortage of Indian designers. I propose to establish, through Challenge Route, a new National Institute of Design to boost design education and development in the eastern region of India.
Now, this is not a pilot project. This is mass-scale skilling. For the first time, animation, gaming, VFX and comics are being treated like serious career paths, not just hobbies. And along with this, a new National Institute of Design will be set up. India's design industry is also growing fast, but designers are in short supply. Right now, India has 7 NIDs, National Institutes of Design, 7 of them. The government wants to hone more talent, especially outside your traditional metro hubs. And the reasons behind this move are multifold. First of all, demographics. India is young. It has a young population. There are millions of digital natives.
They need fucking education. They don't need like content creation. Jesus, they don't know math. They don't know science. They know bhakti. Bhakti is not going to get them money, or bhakti is not going to get them anything out of anything. All the shit that bhakti is going to get them is a false promise of a better tomorrow. Nothing more. Literally nothing more. Stop teaching them content creation. Start educating them in science and critical thinking. That is the only way for them to go forward in life. Only way.
Students. They're already creating content informally. The budget is trying to formalize that energy into skills and jobs. 2, traditional manufacturing is capital heavy. Creative industries are labor intensive, so they will employ a lot more people. 3, soft power. K-dramas did it for South Korea, anime did it for Japan, Hollywood did it.
Anime and K-dramas were not personally produced. They weren't like everyone sab IT cell ban ke aa jayenge aur IT cell banayenge. K-dramas is an industry. The goddamn manga industry and anime industry is an industry. Hollywood is an industry. You're talking about industries. Here they're trying to do content creation.
For America, India already exports stories with Bollywood OTT shows and YouTube creators. Now the state wants to scale it strategically. But why start in schools and colleges? Well, that is the most interesting part. Instead of waiting for graduates, the government is saying, let's start early. Expose students to animation, design and digital tools. This model mirrors global institutions where students touch creative tech young.
No, they do not touch creative tech. They start with music and dancing and public speaking. That's where you have to start, not phones.
It also democratizes access. Not everyone can afford private film schools or design colleges, and government labs.
Just because you use big words doesn't mean you are right.
That equation. But there's a key distinction here. The orange economy is often misunderstood as influencer culture. The government is framing it differently. This is not a push to create viral stars, and experts have warned about this. They say that without mentorship, creator labs can become distractions. The real goal is to create skilled digital professionals, not people chasing viral fame. So this budget 2026 shows that India is no longer treating creativity as culture alone. It is treating it as an employment strategy, a services growth engine, and a soft power asset. The orange economy has officially entered India's economic playbook. The success of this push, though, will depend on one thing: execution.
It's gone.
The world doesn't fit in.
But anyway, she stopped talking anyway, so good. Orange economy is going to be a fucking disaster, guys. I'm sorry. Like this is it is what it is. This is not going to be like general overhaul, like we found gold in the orange fucking economy. That's not happening. I'm sorry. Like, it's going to give rise to the next generation of IT cell people. Like, it's like the Agniveer scheme. Agniveer scheme quite literally is for the creating a militia of people who do not have jobs, who are trained in the army and are well primed to be taken in by like Adani or Ambani or any paramilitary force out there, or just work for the RSS. That is what it's its whole for. Yeah, this is a segment is nauseating because the state is making fun of the people at this point. It's not even I can't even joke about this. This is quite fucking serious. Anyway, we are going to watch our dear leader and the lies that he's spewing. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know how to switch this off. Where is this? Guys, how do I close this panel? Okay, fine. Whatever. Our dear leader, by the way, was absent from the whole thing. I think he did the first day and he didn't do it again. And he's just fucking scared. Hold on. Yeah. So the thing is, they are not letting Rahul Gandhi speak because, again, they are afraid of someone speaking against the government. We are going to hear Rahul Gandhi speak, don't worry.
विज्ञान हो, प्रौद्योगिकी हो, कृषि हो, सभी विषयों को लेकर के बहुत ही विस्तार से भारत.
See, this is also okay. Hold on. I need to say something. Okay, where is this? No, it is not zooming into the screen, but fine. Hold on, let me just zoom in here, okay? You see this? You see this here? This is how you know he has had multiple facial plastic surgeries. This is filler coming out because this guy is has done so much filler in his face to like rectify his facial structure because he's such a goon at this point. I don't know what to call it. Just like he's superficial. That's what I'm trying to say. There you go.
प्रगति का एक स्वर संसद में गूंजा है.
Guy is filler for the RSS.
देश के नौजवान भारत के सामर्थ्य को कैसे आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं, इसकी भी विस्तार से चर्चा की है. हर वर्ग
And like, it's okay to do shit like this to look better. Like, I'm not going to judge anyone. But it's like, if you are talking about like how great Ayurveda is, and if you're talking about like how great all of this bullshit, Ayurvedic, Ayush, whatever is, you can't go to plastic surgery to do all this shit, right? You have to go to Ayush. Go to Ayush. Bro doesn't go to Ayush ever. He goes to modern medicine whenever he wants to. But he will always be like, nahi, hum Ayush ko itna paisa denge, utna paisa denge, whatever. But that's bullshit. That's like, bro is lying to everyone.
को उन्होंने शब्दांकित किया है। और इतना ही नहीं, आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति
Modi said, I kid you not, plastic surgery is invented by Indians because of Ganesha. Dude, Jesus fucking Christ. Man, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, okay, like even if I consider that to be true, it still won't be plastic surgery, it would be a head transplant. Let's just be clear. This is not plastic surgery. He's even wrong there. He's wrong in his own, let's say, metaphor or lying.
के उज्जवल भविष्य के प्रति एक विश्वास व्यक्त किया है। ये अपने आप में हम सबके लिए प्रेरक है। आदरणीय सभापति जी, 21वीं सदी का प्रथम क्वार्टर पूरा हो चुका है, लेकिन ये दूसरा क्वार्टर जैसे
I'm not even joking. The reason we can't hear him, the reason why he has to scream basically is because he is not letting the LOP speak, the leader of parliament, because the leader of opposition. Because, and I shit you not, is because his name is in the Epstein files. That's why he's not letting anyone speak. And because of what Narone wrote. So Narone wrote, the ex-leader of the army, that he asked for permission to engage with the Chinese. Bro was like, jo karna hai karo. He was not leading. He didn't have anything to say because, again, Modi is a coward. Don't get me wrong, he is. He just acts like the big man.
पिछली शताब्दी में भारत की आजादी के जंग में दूसरा क्वार्टर बहुत ही निर्णायक बना था। मैं साफ देख रहा हूं कि विकसित भारत के निर्माण की दिशा में।
Hold on. So I'm just going to play what Bliss sent. No, this is private. I can't do private. Hold on, guys, hold on. Okay, YouTube. Okay, perfect.
अब हम प्लास्टिक सर्जरी को देखें।
No, don't tell me.
मुझे लगता है कि दुनिया में सबसे पहली प्लास्टिक सर्जरी शरीर मनुष्य का और माथा हाथी का, गणेश जी का निर्माण।
This is just a bit too much, okay? This is just a bit too much. Hey. I just got a compliment from Zing, okay? I just got a compliment from Zing on YouTube. It looks good. Okay, first of all, welcome. I am not... Okay, that is a very good name to not be dog. So I can just say that is Bob. Okay, plastic surgery cannot be Indian. You know why? Because at the end of the day, what Ganpati did, his father did, chopping off his head. I am your wife and I have full right to say that. Yes, you do, but please stop doxing your self-love. Welcome, by the way. That's my wife. She's on YouTube right now. So what Ganpati did was, Shiva did was, he chopped off his son's head and then replaced it with a head of an elephant. So first of all, not his same son. Second of all, it's not plastic surgery. It is quite literally a change of head, like a head replacement. So like Modi is wrong even in his own idea. Like, okay, fine, whatever. Also, just look at him before, look at him after. Where is this? Look at him after. There's like that much. Jesus, Bliss, stop. Bliss, I swear to you, I'm gonna have to remove this. Jesus Christ, Bliss, remove your own fucking messages at this point. You're doxing yourself and everyone else. Thank you.
ये दूसरा क्वार्टर भी उतना ही सामर्थ्यवान
Thank
होने
you.
वाला है, उतना ही तेज गति से आगे बढ़ने वाला है.
Jesus, he's so fucking... He's just lying at this point because we have literally had... Okay, Bob, you don't have to remove your messages. It's not about you. It's about Bliss. Bliss took your name. That is the problem. You are fine. You didn't do anything.
और इसलिए आदरणीय सभापति जी, राष्ट्र का हर व्यक्ति ये महसूस कर रहा है कि
Pretty sure she left.
अहम पड़ाव पर हम पहुंच चुके हैं. अब न हमें रुकना है, न हमें पीछे मुड़ करके देखना है. आगे ही आगे देखना है.
So the thing is here, like whatever he may be saying, the entire budget here is made for the next 10-12 years. This is supposed to be a budget until next year. No. Okay, wifey. Okay, listen. You didn't do anything wrong. The issue here was that Bliss knows your name and she took your name. So it becomes a problem for you getting doxxed, not her. Also, Bliss, she knows your name, by the way. It's not you. It's not you. Like, I was not talking about you. I was talking about her.
I am not going to let you.
Yes, I'm gonna cut like the only specific part with your name in there in later. Yeah, don't worry about it.
You please बैठिए. और लक्ष्य को प्राप्त करके ही हमें सांस लेनी है उस दिशा में.
Okay, let me get this here. He's saying like we have to achieve our goals with this budget and with this session. He has not achieved any of his goals. Anything that he has said, we are going to be a superpower by 2025, 2021, literally nothing has been achieved whatsoever. It's always like 2032. They started with 2047 now. Like, what the fuck?
हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं.
Nothing should go on without except to the Prime Minister's speech.
आदरणीय सभापति जी, वर्तमान में अगर हम देखें तो भारत के भाग्य के अनेक सुयोग एक साथ हमें नसीब हुए. ये अपने आप में
He talks a lot, you know. He talks a lot and he talks a lot of nonsense.
बहुत ही उत्तम संयोग है, ऐसा मैं मानता हूं. सबसे बड़ी बात है, विश्व के समृद्ध से समृद्ध देश भी बुजुर्ग होते जा रहे हैं. वहां की आबादी उम्र के उस पड़ाव
Okay, so he's basically saying that the world is increasing the number of old people while India has the youngest population, which is true. The problem here is in India has the highest number of jobless young population in the world. Around what? 3-4 crore young people don't have a job. India has the biggest joblessness crisis. What are you talking about that you need to use the people in India? Like, you are literally the reason why they don't have jobs. Like, this guy is just giving a false hope to everyone at this point.
पर पहुंची है हम जिन्हें बुजुर्ग के रूप में जानते हैं हमारा देश ऐसा है जो विकास की नई ऊंचाइयां छू रहा है उसी समय
विकास की नई ऊंचाइयां छू रहा है means that he's getting like India is joblessness equal to unemployment. Exactly. Indian youth are busy dancing in front of mosques and abusing minorities when women study. Yeah, exactly. Gachikism. Yeah, it is Gachikism at this point. Yeah, India has the highest unemployment crisis, joblessness crisis in the world. Anyway, where were we? Yeah.
दिनों दिन हमारा देश युवा होता जा रहा है युवा आबादी वाला देश है ये अपने आप में एक बहुत अच्छा सुयोग है.
Yeah, and India has had the youngest population for a while, by the way. For a while. What have they done? Absolutely nothing. There is not an increase in the employment within India. That is a simple fact.
मैं देख रहा हूं जिस प्रकार से विश्व का
Jesus, it's gone again. Motherfucker. I just can't sometimes with OBS. OBS is crashing so many times at this point. Like, is it the computer? I don't understand. To be fair, Modi thinks pakora selling and making reels is also... Yeah, he does. He really does. He's a fucking idiot. Like, he's trying to make... We just saw, like, he's trying to make content creation as a futuristic job prospect for Indians. He's just creating IT cell people at this point. He's literally just creating the next IT cell people that he doesn't have to train through RSS. So they can be trained directly through like the schooling and like on people's money.
बड़ा है और उसमें भी विश्व भारत की टैलेंट का महात्म्य समझ रहा है. हमारे पास आज दुनिया का बहुत.
Are they going to count everyone with a reel on Instagram? They might. I'm not joking. They might. They're currently their statistics like 1 hour per week is like you are employed. That's how they are even with that they are saying like we have an unemployment crisis. But now like, okay, if you're making a reel, you're going to be counted as a employee. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense for this government. Like, okay, they already are. Just makes fucking sense. They counted people on contract of month as employed. Yeah, exactly. They also want to include the informal sector, like to show that we don't have unemployment anymore. Like, the world, okay, to be fair, the world is going through an unemployment crisis itself, but that is more due to capitalism than it is due to anything of this. But in India, it is especially bad because of them. What can I do to not associate with this country anymore? You have to. You're born here. That is our curse.
सपने भी हैं, संकल्प भी हैं, सामर्थ्य भी हैं.
Also, share this stream, share the reels. There's a lot of clips you can choose from at this point. Download them, post them around if you want. And not if you want, do it anyway. It would be nice. We really need the support.
शक्ति का आशीर्वाद हमारे साथ है. आदरणीय सभापति जी.
Hold on, guys. I have to pause here. I'll come back in a second. Don't go anywhere. I'm not going to play this because I don't. There's things that we still need to cover, and I can just let you watch this. go look at his face of complete compliance to the prime minister while he's the seat, and he's not supposed to be completely compliant. Sorry, guys, I was gone for a moment. Well, Indian job market is fucked. Yeah, so can you get chance go about? You can convert that into PR talent. Hello, do it the legal way. Exorcist planning on meeting some mates abroad this year. Hold on, what is going on here? Are they going to? What kids? Does overstaying visa count? I already have a hard-hitting time getting a quality job. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. I have a degree in IT. Another college has MBA, has a master data science. We are all essentially doing data entry here. I was just joking. I'm not committing a felony, of course. If you are committing a felony, don't out yourself on a stream, because the stream, I'm not going to cut this out. That's India for you. Yeah, that is India. Everyone literally is like so much educated doing basic data entry jobs, because see, there are no jobs like, oh, people happy. Yeah, people is happy. Sarin is behind me right now because I got myself some food. Okay, I got myself some fries, and then he's just now looking for a treat. people, yes, they are, but masses don't mean shit. See, like, to be completely, Sergio, you're getting pettish, okay? Let's show people what your talents are. Sergio, up. See, talented boyo. Oi, sorry. Here. Rickshaw drivers are running state. Yeah. Yes. Jesus Christ. That rickshaw really fucked up Maharashtra, didn't he? Anyway, so I did pet Sarin, don't worry. Anyway, so the thing is, like, I don't really like this, like, oh, masters is driving a rickshaw, because that becomes very, like, oh, like, is a master, like, let's just say, like, meritorical or whatever. Yeah, I love her. Yeah, Bliss always wants to pet Sarin. Whenever Sarin comes, her first reaction is pet. This, like, she says nothing else. True. Not demeaning any job. I understand it. Just like I'm just saying, like, you don't have the effort that you have to put in to be something, like, you end up doing a job that has nothing to do with your profession. That is a problem. Not that a master's degree is doing rickshaw. Whatever. Lack of job in the area. Exactly. See, that problem comes on because India has not created jobs whatsoever. Our biggest export has been people. Like, Indian economy was based around, like, our biggest export is going to be Indians around the world, and they'll send us money back. But that never fucking happens. The talent never comes back. We should have focused on, like, developing our manufacturing sector. We did not. China did. Then that's an issue. That's the major issue. I mean, we can demean a job without demeaning the people that do it. Not really. All jobs are important, I would say. Like, okay, you're talking about, like, a CEO, fine, deeming all the way. But I'm talking more of, like, actual jobs that actually create something, like actual working jobs I'm talking about. Like, those are not demeaning jobs. Those are extremely skilled labor. Like, it takes extreme skill to drive a rickshaw, by the way. They're very hard to drive.
भारत आज विश्व में जो चुनौतियां पैदा हो रही हैं, उन चुनौतियों का समाधान देने वाला एक देश, आशा की किरण.
Like, India has never done that, by the way, just to be clear. India has never given Asha to anyone, except for Adani's and Ambani's. India has never solved a problem in this world at all. Papa did not stop the Ukraine war to get people out. It has never helped a country actually get out of shit, especially within the last 10 years. It has literally not done anything. This is just straight up false.
बना हुआ है और हम समाधान दे रहे हैं. वैसा ही एक महत्वपूर्ण सुयोग है कि आज मेजर इकोनॉमी में.
These are salted fries, especially thick fries. I can't share it with Sarin. Sarin wants them, I know, but it's not good for him. I have to take care of your little health though as well, because you fucker don't eat your own fucking food.
भारत का ग्रोथ बहुत हाई है और हाई ग्रोथ और लो इन्फ्लेशन ये बहुत ही यूनिक संयोग है.
We have extremely high inflation, by the way. I know he's waiting. He's always waiting. We have, by the way, very high inflation. He's just straight up lying.
और ये हमारी अर्थव्यवस्था की मजबूती को प्रदर्शित करता है.
Most of our Arthvyavastha is in tatters. The other metrics that you talk about is literally false.
जब हमें देश की जनता ने सेवा करने का मौका दिया, तब फ्रेजाइल 5 के रूप में ये देश जाना जाता था. जब हमें अवसर मिला, तब देश आजाद हुआ.
Stop. He's just lying at this point. There is, like, the India was free, by the way, just to be clear. This man is straight up lying like, oh, India azad hua after we came into power. No, you goddamn liar.
तब हम दुनिया में 6 नंबर की इकोनॉमी
You remember what he said to the question about K-shaped growth? That to his scripted interview? Yeah, exactly. I don't remember what he said, but all of his interviews are scripted. Can you send it? I actually don't remember.
थे, लेकिन इन लोगों ने ऐसा एक हाल करके रखा कि 11 पे पहुंचा दिया। आज हम 3 पर जाने की दिशा में तेज गति से।
What the fuck is he even talking about?
आदरणीय सभापति जी, आज कोई भी सेक्टर देश कीजिए, चाहे साइंस हो, चाहे स्पेस हो।
In science, we're literally nowhere, by the way. We have not done any inventions, any new development. All we do is assembly. The money in science has been drastically reduced, as always. They are re-upping the investment in pharmaceuticals. They themselves removed earlier. That was even before COVID. Like right before COVID, they just defunded biotech all over. Whatever reason. Because of, again, not whatever reason, demonetization. They lost a lot of money. There is no literal growth. Space tech is going decently, I would argue, but that is not because of Godi Media or Godi. The Godi interviewer, Rahul Kanwal, said the opposite claim that the people are becoming rich while some poor. What you say that? Godi said laughing, so what, everyone should become poor? What the fuck?
चाहे स्पोर्ट्स हो,
Like Modi is stupid. Like Modi is literally stupid.
एक सही दिशा में तेज गति से देश आगे बढ़ रहा है। आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति जी ने बहुत ही बढ़िया तरीके से पूरी संवेदनशीलता के साथ उन्होंने
This is not correct.
इस विषय को
Sit your seat,
हम
please.
सबके सामने प्रस्तुत किया है। आदरणीय सभापति जी, मेरी एक प्रार्थना है, आदरणीय खड़गे जी की उम्र देखते हुए वो बैठ करके भी नारे बोल सकते हैं तो अच्छा होगा, ताकि उनको कष्ट न हो।
He himself needs to fucking retire.
पीछे नौजवान बहुत लोग हैं, तो खड़गे जी को
No.
आज बैठते बैठते भी
When you are speaking, they are listening. You are
नारे
listening.
बोलने की अनुमति दे दीजिए। आदरणीय सभापति
By the way,
जी,
is this on? Oh shit, it's on normal.
राष्ट्रपति जी ने
I am so sorry, guys, to make you listen to it on normal. I'm so sorry. That's my fault.
देश के मध्यम वर्ग, इस देश के निम्न मध्यम वर्ग, इस देश के गरीब, इस देश
What time is it? Oh yeah, this scripted interview. Yeah. What is the time code?
प्रधानमंत्री जी, हाल ही में अंतर्राष्ट्रीय अर्थशास्त्रियों की एक रिपोर्ट आई टॉमस पिकेटी की, जिसमें
Dalla.
उन्होंने कहा कि भारत में इनकम इनइक्वालिटी बढ़ रही है, यानी कि जो लोग अमीर हैं वो और अमीर होते जा रहे हैं, जो गरीब हैं वो और गरीब होते जा रहे हैं, कि भारत की इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ इस वक्त के शेप्ड है, कि ऊपर लोग अमीर हो रहे हैं और नीचे लोग गरीब हो रहे हैं। आप इसको कैसे देखते हैं? जो
By the way, clear signs of plastic surgery, probably by Shiva.
इनकम इनइक्वालिटी का विषय है।
तो क्या सबके सब गरीब होने चाहिए?
Jesus. He literally, like, this is a scripted interview again. He literally has no answer to in scripted interviews. Like, He can't. Okay, I'm gonna be serious. I have this very, very, very controversial take that this guy cannot speak more than Gujarati and somewhat Hindi, and like 1-2 words in English, and he cannot speak any of that. That's why he's doing all of this, not because of anything else. It's because he cannot speak the goddamn languages. He says that he's like so smart, so eloquent, whatever, but everything ends up being scripted.
ज़्यादा होने चाहिए।
सबके सब गरीब होने चाहिए। एक तो एक उपाय ये है कि भाई कोई डिफरेंस ही नहीं रहेगा, बिल्कुल सब तो माने भाई।
That would be very nice, by the way. Everyone is there, no difference. Everyone is like nice on same level, but like that is not happening. But this guy is making the rich richer, way richer.
इस देश में पहले ऐसा था।
Jesus, it was so much. It was better, I would argue.
के गांव, इस देश के किसान, महिलाएं, विज्ञान हो, प्रौद्योगिकी हो, कृषि हो, सभी विषयों को लेकर के बहुत ही विस्तार से भारत के प्रगति का एक स्वर संसद में गूंजा है। देश के नौजवान भारत के सामर्थ्य को कैसे आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं, इसकी भी विस्तार से चर्चा की है। हर वर्ग के सामर्थ्य को उन्होंने शब्दांकित किया है, और इतना ही नहीं, आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति जी ने भारत के उज्जवल भविष्य के प्रति एक विश्वास व्यक्त किया है। ये अपने आप में हम सबके लिए प्रेरक है। आदरणीय सभापति जी, 21वीं सदी का प्रथम क्वार्टर पूरा हो चुका है, लेकिन ये दूसरा क्वार्टर जैसे पिछली शताब्दी में भारत की आजादी के जंग में दूसरा क्वार्टर बहुत ही निर्णायक बना था। मैं साफ
Literally fucked up the first quarter of this decade, by the way. Not even joking. Everyone is like, India has gone down in happiness indices, in like food indices, in health indices, all of the fucking indices we have gone down. The only thing we have gone up in like corruption. So thank you very much. And what they want to do is probably increase that.
आप देख रहा हूं कि विकसित भारत के निर्माण की दिशा में ये दूसरा क्वार्टर भी उतना ही सामर्थ्यवान होने वाला है, उतना ही तेज गति से आगे बढ़ने वाला है।
The only thing he has accelerated is corruption and people not having food or anything. That is the only thing that has been accelerated at this point.
और इसलिए आदरणीय सभापति जी, राष्ट्र का हर व्यक्ति ये महसूस कर रहा है कि एक अहम पड़ाव पर हम पहुंच चुके हैं। अब न हमें रुकना है, न हमें पीछे मुड़ करके देखना है। आगे ही आगे देखना है, एक गति से चलना है, और लक्ष्य को प्राप्त करके ही हमें सांस लेनी है। उस दिशा में हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं।
Nothing to go on regard except to the Prime Minister's speech.
आदरणीय सभापति जी, वर्तमान में अगर हम देखें तो भारत के भाग्य के अनेक सुयोग एक साथ हमें नसीब हुए। ये अपने आप में बहुत ही उत्तम संयोग है, ऐसा मैं मानता हूं। सबसे बड़ी बात है, विश्व के समृद्ध से समृद्ध देश भी बुजुर्ग होते जा रहे हैं। वहां की आबादी उम्र के उस पड़ाव पर पहुंची है।
Okay, is he just repeating now? That's a bit like I didn't expect him to just repeat in his within speech.
हम जिन्हें बुजुर्ग
Like
के
he's
रूप
going
में जानते
circle and circle on the same point.
हमारा देश ऐसा है जो विश्व भारत की जी भारत आज विश्व में जो चुनौतियां पैदा हो रही है उन चुनौतियों का समाधान देने वाला एक देश, आशा की किरण।
Wait, did we go back to
जब हमें
something?
देश की जनता ने सेवा करने का मौका दिया तब फ्रेजाइल 5 के रूप में ये देश जाना जाता था। जब हमें अवसर मिला तब देश आजाद हुआ।
Jesus.
विश्व मित्र के रूप में, विश्व बंधु के रूप में आज भारत अनेक देशों का विश्वस्त पार्टनर बना है और हम
Okay, yeah. So that is false. India has not become a partner of a lot of countries. India has become a partner of Israel and Afghanistan, controlled by Taliban. Everyone else fucking hates us.
कंधे से कंधा मिला करके विश्व कल्याण की दिशा में भी अपनी उचित भूमिका निभा रहे हैं, अपने सामर्थ्य से सहाय भी कर रहे हैं। आदरणीय सभापति जी, आज पूरा विश्व ग्लोबल साउथ की चर्चा करता है, लेकिन उस चर्चा के सूत्रधार के रूप में आज भारत वैश्विक मंचों पर ग्लोबल साउथ की बुलंद आवाज बन गया है।
Everyone is talking about the global south for exploitation, by the way. And he's handing India over like this on a silver fucking platter. You have to understand that for a lot of time, we have to protect ourselves from exploitation, not just give it everything you can for exploitation to flourish in India. Jesus fucking Christ.
अनेक देशों के साथ आज भारत फ्यूचर रेडी ट्रेड डील्स कर रहा है। पिछले कुछ ही समय में दुनिया के महत्वपूर्ण 9 बड़े देशों के साथ 9 बड़े हमारे ट्रेड डील हुए हैं और उसमें मदर
He's talking about the European Union deal. The European Union deal is not finalized. It has been talked about. What Ursula did was just give a promise that she's going to present the deal to the European nations, not sign it. That's the difference. On top of that, the deal is about cultural exchange of people, where our people come to Europe, the smart ones, the ones that actually develop shit, come to Europe and they sell all of that shit that they produce in Europe in India. So not only are you removing the money out of India, you're also removing the talent. That is the European deal. That is the problem.
बॉल डील एक साथ 27 देशों के साथ, यूरोपियन यूनियन के साथ। जो लोग थक गए बेचारे चले गए, लेकिन कभी न कभी उनको जवाब देना पड़ेगा कि देश की ऐसी हालत कैसे बना के रखी थी कि दुनिया का कोई देश हमसे डील करने के लिए आगे नहीं आता था। आपने कोशिश की होगी पीछे पीछे।
Literally the only 2 countries that traded with us was Israel and Afghanistan recently.
पीछे बहुत चक्कर लगाए होंगे।
Bro literally was dancing for Israel, by the way, not even joking.
लेकिन किसी ने आपकी तरफ देखा भी नहीं होगा। क्या स्थिति ऐसे
Ursula and Kajal auntie should have at least given visa-free travel in return. Lol, no, that is not happening. That is not what they are doing. That is not what they want. They don't want the people who are just randos. They want the talent. That's why there is no visa-free travel for India. You're not getting it anymore. Also, this guy is talking about like, oh, like वो पीछे पीछे पड़े थे देशों के. Bro literally danced for fucking Israel, man. Literally danced for Israel.
दुनिया के देश ऐसे ही भारत के साथ डील नहीं कर रहे हैं, आदरणीय सभापति जी.
Yes, इसके नाचने की वजह से डील कर रहे हैं. He is like a puppet at this point. And like they're not even dealing with India per se. Let me get this straight. They are directly dealing with Adani and Ambani. India को Indian people get nothing out of it. Literally zero, शून्य था.
इसके पीछे सबसे बड़ी बात है, डेवलप कंट्रीज एक डेवलपिंग कंट्री के साथ डील करता है ना, वो अपने आप में भी अर्थ जगत के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा है. और मेरे लिए नई बात नहीं है. जब मुझे गुजरात में सेवा करने का अवसर मिला था,
He did a massacre in Gujarat when इसको गुजरात में सेवा करने का अवसर मिला था. Let's just get this straight.
मैं एक वाइब्रेंट गुजरात समिट करता था. और
Also, when he was after 2002 Godhra riots, rather the Godhra massacre, he was banned from entering any other country. He was banned on getting a US visa. The only reason he can travel to the US at this point is because he's the Prime Minister of India, and that's why he travels on a diplomatic passport. He does not travel because he can. That's why maybe he likes being the Prime Minister, because he gets to travel.
ये गर्व की बात थी कि एक स्टेट, हिंदुस्तान का एक स्टेट, मेरी इस वाइब्रेंट समिट के पार्टनर कंट्री, डेवलप कंट्री जापान हुआ करता था. एक राज्य ने सामर्थ्य दिखाया था, आज मेरा देश है सामर्थ्य दिखा रहा है. ये तब होता है जब आपके पास आर्थिक सामर्थ्य हो, आपके पास आपके नागरिकों के अंदर, देशवासियों में एक ऊर्जा हो, और खास करके मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के लिए एक मजबूत इकोसिस्टम हो. तब जाकर के विश्व आपके साथ डील करने के लिए आगे आता है.
Literally no one is dealing with India.
वोट बैंक की राजनीति में डूबे हुए लोगों ने कभी भी देश के ऐसे अनेक पहलुओं पर मजबूती देनी चाहिए, ये कभी उनकी प्राथमिकता नहीं रही, और उसी का परिणाम है. और जहां तक कांग्रेस पार्टी का सवाल है, मैं साफ साफ कहना चाहता हूं, और मेरे शब्दों पे भरोसा नहीं तो मैं देश को.
That is Modi is saying, you didn't give me visa, fine, I will make condition of India such that no Indian will have visa anywhere. Lol. Yeah, that is exactly what is happening. That is exactly what is happening. Me on my resume. Yeah, he's just fucking lying every 5 seconds.
लोगों का कुछ मत करो, सिर्फ लाल किले से कांग्रेस के प्रधानमंत्रियों के जो भाषण है, सिर्फ उन भाषणों का एनालिसिस कर लो, आपको साफ साफ लगेगा कि न उनके पास कोई सोच थी, न उनके पास कोई विजन था, और नहीं.
Literally any of his speeches are like this. He has literally zero political ideology beyond praising Adani and Ambani and giving them everything.
कोई इच्छा शक्ति थी, और इसका परिणाम है कि देश को इतना भुगतना पड़ा.
He's basically telling them that because the last government was not sucking up to the last government was not sucking up to corporates is the reason why they are bad and we are good.
आदरणीय सभापति जी, मैं कोटि कोटि देशवासियों का आभारी हूं. उन्होंने
if he started, someone should stand up and say analysis ka spelling bata. Modi could actually say Bollywood. I can guarantee you he can't even spell that in Devanagari. He can do it just in Gujarati. Like, I'm telling you, he can't speak any other language. I'm telling you, he cannot speak other languages. I guarantee you that. Like, लिख के ले लो मेरे से. Like, I do not believe he can speak any other language than Gujarati. He can speak a little bit of Hindi and he can speak even less of English.
सेवा करने का अवसर दिया. हमारी काफी शक्ति उनकी गलतियों को ठीक करने में जा रही है. दुनिया के मन में जो
This is the literal, I'm not even joking, this is the literal thing that Trump keeps saying about Biden when it was shown that the government under Biden was much better than Trump and has been, and Trump is actively ruining the government. This is literally what they are saying. He's just copying them at this point.
समय की छवि है, उस छवि को धोने में मेरी ताकत लगती है, ऐसा बर्बाद करके रखा हुआ था। और इस काम के लिए हमने फ्यूचर रेडी पॉलिसीज पर बल दिया है, और आज आपने देखा होगा।
Okay, I'm just going to have to say this right now. My dear wife is texting me and she's saying, because I got doxxed, I hope I don't get murdered.
देश नीति के आधार पर चल रहा है, पॉलिसीज के आधार पर चल रहा है। एडवोकेज्म को हमने त्याग कर दिया है, और उसके कारण विश्व का विश्वास बढ़ता है।
What is this guy saying? Hold on.
में जा रही है। दुनिया के मन में जो उनके समय की छवि है, उस छवि को धोने में मेरी ताकत लगती है।
What? We had a really good image on everything. This guy is just an idiot. He's just like कुछ भी फेंक रहा है भाई, कुछ भी फेंक रहा है।
ऐसा बर्बाद करके रखा हुआ था, और इस काम के लिए हमने फ्यूचर रेडी पॉलिसीज पर बल दिया है, और आज आपने देखा होगा देश।
It's showing the spelling to you because you don't have additional extensions like BTTV or 7TV installed, I think. I don't have any extensions. What? Guys, what's happening? What is happening here? I don't even know. Just figuring out just figuring out this app. Why meme isn't showing? I don't even know why meme. What meme? Guys, what meme are you talking about? Side mein. Discord पे
नीति के आधार पर चल रहा है, पॉलिसीज के आधार पर चल रहा है। एडवोकेज्म को हमने त्याग।
What is arrokism? Arrojum? What is arrojum? What the fuck is he talking about?
कर दिया है, और उसके कारण विश्व का विश्वास बनता है। हमने रिफॉर्म, परफॉर्म, ट्रांसफॉर्म के मंत्र को लेकर के आगे बढ़े, और आज स्थिति ऐसी है कि देश रिफॉर्म एक्सप्रेस पर सवार हो चुका है। हमने स्ट्रक्चरल रिफॉर्म्स किए हैं, प्रोसेस से जुड़े रिफॉर्म्स किए हैं, पॉलिसीज में रिफॉर्म किए हैं। हमारा मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर, हमारे उद्यमी ये सशक्त हो, भारत की हर चीज का वैल्यू एडिशन हो, उस दिशा में हमने प्रयास किया है। और मैं आज विश्वास के साथ कह सकता हूं, आज भारत विश्व के साथ स्पर्धा करने के लिए पूरी तरह तैयार है। जब मैं विश्व के सीईओ फोरम की समिट देखता हूं, आज दुनिया हमारे उद्यमियों को समानता के रूप में देखती है। और जब पिछले दिनों सभी दलों के डेलीगेशन विश्व में गए थे, ये भाव उन्होंने भी अनुभव किया, और आकर के मुझे सभी दल के माननीय सांसदों ने अपने अनुभव बता रहे थे, बड़ा गर्व से कह रहे थे कि हाँ, बराबरी से बात हो रही है। ये हमारे लिए अपने आप में बात है। आदरणीय सभापति जी, बड़ा नेटवर्क जितना सामर्थ्यवान होता है, वो लंबे अरसे तक इकोनॉमी को एक ताकत देता है। हमने उस दिशा में बल दिया, और हमने कई रिफॉर्म्स किए हैं। आज हमारे एमएसएमई नेटवर्क पर दुनिया का भरोसा बढ़ रहा है। बड़े बड़े हो सकता है हम हवाई जहाज नहीं बना देंगे, लेकिन कई हवाई होते हैं,
Is he stupid?
हवाई
We do
जहाज
assembly.
जिसमें कई पुर्जे मेरे देश के छोटे छोटे एमएसएमई बना रहे हैं। आदरणीय सभापति जी, देश में हुए इन प्रयासों का नतीजा सबके सामने है। बड़े बड़े देश भारत के साथ व्यापारिक संबंध बनाने के लिए बहुत ही आतुर है।
Yeah, I generally doubt if even BJP people believe him. It's so fucking stupid.
यूरोपीय संघ का ट्रेड डील हो, अमेरिका के साथ अभी हुआ जो ट्रेड डील हो, और कल हमारे पीयूष जी ने सदन में विस्तृत जानकारी भी दी है, और पूरा विश्व खुल करके इस ट्रेड डील का तारीफ कर रहा है। और उसमें जब यूरोपियन यूनियन के साथ ट्रेड डील हुआ तो विश्व को भरोसा हुआ।
Is he just going in circles, by the way? Is it just me, or like is he actually going in circles?
कि अब वैश्विक स्तर पर स्थिरता की संभावना बढ़ेगी। अमेरिका के साथ ट्रेड डील होने के बाद विश्व को और भरोसा हो गया कि जो स्थिरता के एहसास हो रहा था, अब गति का भी एहसास होने लगा है। विश्व के लिए शुभ संकेत। आदरणीय सभापति जी, इसका सबसे बड़ा लाभ हमारे देश के नौजवानों को होगा। और जब मैं नौजवान कहता हूं तो उसमें मध्यम वर्ग का भी नौजवान होता है, शहर का नौजवान भी होता है, गांव का नौजवान भी होता है। बेटा
Again, the employment crisis is devastating right now in India. That is not even a joke. That is just provable. Like, go check any literally any newspaper that is at least somewhat neutral or somewhat believable or trustworthy. Like, seriously. So fucking idiotic.
भी होती है, बेटी भी होती है, और इसलिए उसे टुकड़ों में न देखा जाए। मेरे देश के युवा के सामर्थ्य का हमें गौरव करना चाहिए, और उनके लिए पूरा विश्व बाजार अब खुल चुका है। अब उनके लिए अवसर ही अवसर है, और मैं उनको कहता हूं, आइए दोस्तों, मैं आपके साथ कंधे से कंधा मिला करके खड़ा हूं। हिम्मत कीजिए, बढ़िए। देश आपके साथ खड़ा है और दुनिया आपका स्वागत करने के लिए इंतजार कर रही है। आदरणीय सभापति जी, जिस प्रकार से दुनिया में हमारे युवा प्रोफेशनल्स की मांग बढ़ रही है, इवन केयर गिवर्स की मांग बढ़ रही है, हर कोई मिलता है, हमें इस प्रकार के लोग चाहिए। कुछ लोग तो अपना स्पेशल ऑफिस यहां बना रहे हैं रिक्रूट करने के लिए, योग्य टैलेंट की खोज के लिए। इसका मतलब हुआ कि भारत के प्रोफेशनल्स के लिए भी
To the amount of times I have to say, correlation is not causation. Way too many.
विश्व में बहुत बड़े अवसर बन रहे हैं। आदरणीय सभापति जी, ये संसद का उच्च सदन, ये एक प्रकार से राज्यों का प्रतिनिधित्व करता है, और जो चर्चा की बारीकियां मैंने देखी, मेरा मन कहता है कि थोड़ा स्तर इसका ऊपर होना चाहिए था, और वहां से तो ज्यादा होना चाहिए। वो तो कितने साल तक सरकारों में रहे हैं।
Let's not forget, this is 1.25 in speed. That's how slow he speaks.
वहां से जरा चर्चा का स्तर ऊंचा होना चाहिए था, लेकिन
I call either Alzheimer's or dementia. I don't know what you want to think.
उन्होंने ये मौका भी गवा दिया। देश उन पर कैसे भरोसा कर सकता है? आदरणीय सभापति जी,
Tell me in the comments, what do you think? Alzheimer's or dementia? Yeah, that's a lie. Sabapati is not Adharani.
मैं कल एक माननीय सदस्य को सुन रहा था, यूं तो वो अपने आप को राजा कहलाने में बहुत गर्व करते हैं,
I don't know who this
लेकिन
is.
वे आर्थिक असमानता की चर्चा कर रहे थे। बताइए।
No, like, so people should not talk about how poverty is working. What is this argument? I don't understand. It's the same argument as before. Like, does everyone, like, just because you call yourself a king doesn't mean you can't talk about poverty. Just because you call yourself, I don't know, whatever, doesn't mean you can't talk about poverty. I mean, it's probably not, but the guy may be a class traitor. Like, he's betraying his class and siding with the workers. It can happen. It does happen.
वो राजा माने और वो आर्थिक असमानता की बात करे, तो आपको लगता है कि क्या यही देखने के बाकी रह गए थे क्या? आदरणीय सभापति जी, हमारे टीएमसी के साथियों ने काफी कुछ कहा। जरा खुद तो अपने गरेबा में देखें। निर्मम सरकार पतन के जितने भी पैरामीटर्स हैं, उन सब पैरामीटर्स में नए नए रिकॉर्ड बनाते जा रहे हैं और यहां उपदेश दे रहे हैं। क्या हाल करके रखा हुआ है। ऐसी निर्मम सरकार से वहां के लोगों का भविष्य अंधकार के अंदर डूब रहा है, लेकिन इनको कोई परवाह नहीं है। सत्ता सुख के सिवाय कोई आकांक्षा नहीं और वे यहां उपदेश देते हैं। घुसपैठ। दुनिया का समृद्ध से समृद्ध देश भी अपने यहां गैर कानूनी नागरिकों को बाहर निकाल रहा है।
Okay, first of all, let me get this straight. The whole conversation that Trump is having about removing illegal immigrants is wrong. The whole conversation Modi, Fadnavis, and every single person here is having about removing illegal immigrant is wrong. He has dementia about his Alzheimer's. That's the confidence. Okay.
हमारे देश में घुसपैठियों को बचाने के लिए अदालतों को तो प्रेशर पैदा किया जा रहा है। मेरे देश का नौजवान कैसे ऐसे लोगों को माफ करेगा जो घुसपैठियों की वकालत करने के लिए ताकत लगा रहे हैं। और घुसपैठिए मेरे देश के नौजवानों के हक छीन रहे हैं, उनकी रोजी रोटी छीन रहे हैं, आदिवासियों की जमीन छीन रहे हैं।
That's Adani.
बेटे बेटियों की जिंदगी पर खतरे पैदा हो रहे हैं, लेकिन उनके लिए
That's RSS.
महिलाओं पर अत्याचार होते रहे।
Still RSS.
सत्ता नीति के सिवा कुछ करना नहीं और वो यहां पर हमें उपदेश दे रहे हैं। और ऐसे चिंताजनक सभी विषयों पर आंखें मूंद करके बैठे हुए वो लोग हैं। एक हमारे माननीय सदस्य काफी कुछ बोल रहे थे, जिनकी पूरी सरकार शराब में डूब गई, जिनके शीश महल घर घर में नफरत का कारण बन गए और शायद उनको ब्लैक।
Every accusation is a confession, by the way. There is so much illegal alcohol you can find in Gujarat.
शब्द ज्यादा पसंद है।
No one is more of a hate monger than the RSS and the BJP. Am I supposed to remind you what Kiran? What was the guy's name? I forgot. He said about Niyaz.
आदरणीय सभापति जी, ऐसे सभी साथियों से मैं आज जरूर कहूंगा, तुम कितना दुनिया को धोखा दोगे, तुम कितना दुनिया को धोखा दोगे। आईना देख लिया तो अपनी सच्चाई कहां छिपाओगे।
Currently, he doesn't look at the mirror anymore because again, this is quite literally an confession in that accusation that he's making. Not even joking. Like, this is what it is.
कांग्रेस हो, टीएमसी हो, डीएमके हो, लेफ्ट हो, ये दशकों से केंद्र में सत्ता में रहे हैं।
Okay, first of all, there is no left in India. I'm sorry.
सत्ता के भागीदार रहे हैं। राज्यों में भी उनको सरकारें चलाने का अवसर मिला है, लेकिन उनकी पहचान क्या बनी। आज डील की चर्चा होती है तो गौरव से कहते हैं, तब डील की चर्चा होती थी तो बॉफोर्स डील याद आता था। ये डील होते थे। उन्होंने सिर्फ जेब भरने का काम किया। नागरिकों के जीवन में बदलाव आना उनकी प्राथमिकता नहीं थी। आदरणीय सभापति जी, मैं कुछ उदाहरणों के साथ भी बात बताना चाहता हूं क्योंकि यहाँ चर्चा में सारे विषय आए हैं और इसलिए मुझे कहना बहुत जरूरी है। अब एक उदाहरण देता हूं मैं बैंकिंग सेक्टर का।
Historically, the banking sector in India was ruined by the BJP. Don't forget. What do you think happened?
बैंकिंग सेक्टर एक प्रकार से अर्थव्यवस्था की ग्रिड होता है।
You know how much you're taxed by the banks for basic operations? You know how much leeway they are giving to Adani and Ambani, where the RBI head is quite literally was giving like clean chits to and writing of loans by Adani and Ambani. Like, do you not remember any of this?
2014 से पहले फोन बैंकिंग का कालखंड था. नेता के फोन जाते.
Phone banking was not a thing before 2014 because of limitations of technology. It was not a thing anywhere in the world. Technology came in. That's why we have UPI. Not because of Modi.
आते थे और उसके आधार पर करोड़ों रुपया दे दिए जाते थे और गरीबों को तो बैंकों में दुत्कार मिलती थी, नफरत होती थी. देश की 50% से ज्यादा.
There was news a few weeks back that some 50,000 crore in the banks have made 50,000 crore banks have made, guess in what? Yeah, the extra fees, right? Extra fees by the people. Like they levy on the people, the taxation for just transferring money, removing money and all of that. Oh, as fee for low balance. Exactly. Taking free for, yeah, it's just fucking stupid. Fucking capitalism.
बैंक के दरवाजे तक नहीं देख पाई थी. कांग्रेस के नेताओं के फोन पर अरबों रुपये लोगों को दे दिए गए और जो ले जाते थे वो अपनी पर्सनल प्रॉपर्टी मान करके पैसे हजम कर जाते थे. यही खेल चलता रहा. कांग्रेस और यूपीए के राज में और आज जो इंडी अलायंस बनकर के बैठे हैं उनके राज में बैंकिंग व्यवस्था तबाही के कगार पर खड़ी थी. मैं नया प्रधानमंत्री के पद का दायित्व मुझे मिला. मैं एक देश के मुखिया से मैं मिला, ऐसे ही बात कर रहा था. मैंने कहा बैंकिंग की दृष्टि से हम कुछ आगे बढ़ना चाहिए. उन्होंने कहा पहले एक बार साहब जरा अभी आप नए हो, आपके बैंकों की व्यवस्था का अध्ययन कर लीजिए. हम कैसे हिम्मत करें. एक देश के नेता ने कोई ये जानकारी थी, उसने मुझे बताया यहाँ इनको कोई परवाह नहीं. यानी प्रकार से उन्होंने जिस प्रकार से बैंकिंग व्यवस्था में एनपीए के पहाड़ खड़े हो गए थे. जहां भी देखो चर्चा चलती थी एनपीए का क्या होगा, एनपीए का क्या होगा, कैसे बचेंगे. आदरणीय सभापति जी, चुनौती बड़ी थी लेकिन हमने समझदारी से काम लिया. बैंकिंग व्यवस्था के सब कर्ता धर्ताओं को विश्वास में लिया. रिफॉर्म की आवश्यकता की हिम्मत के साथ रिफॉर्म की.
No, they took everyone in whatever and they made it so that they only work for Adani and Ambani. That is what happened here. I'm sorry to say. You are fucked.
पारदर्शी व्यवस्था बनाई, ढेर सारे बैंकिंग रिफॉर्म्स हुए और जो सरकारी बैंक दुर्बल हो चुकी थी, ठीक नहीं चल पाती थी, उसको हमने बड़ी बैंक के साथ मर्जर कर दिया. और मुझे याद है किसी एक महाशय बड़े अपने आप को विद्वान मानने वाले लिखा था, अगर मोदी सरकार बैंकों में ये कर ले तो हिंदुस्तान का बहुत बड़ा रिफॉर्म हो जाएगा. वो काम मैंने आते ही कर दिए थे.
He did not do that.
बाबूजी जी,
Literally lying.
और इन सारी चीजों का नतीजा हुआ बैंकों में जो बीमारी घर कर गई थी उस बीमारी से बैंकों को मुक्ति मिली. बैंकों का स्वास्थ्य सुधरा, लगातार सुधरा, अभी भी तेजी से आगे दौड़ रहे हैं. और बैंकिंग का जब स्वास्थ्य सुधरा तो लेन देन का कारोबार भी उनका बढ़ा, लोगों को पैसे मिलने लगे, सामान्य व्यक्ति को पैसे मिले. ऐसे ऐसे गरीब लोगों को लोन मिले जिनके लिए कभी बैंक के दरवाजे बंद थे, बेचारा दूर से देख करके उसे जाना पड़ता था. आज मुद्रा योजना जो देश के नौजवान को अपने पैरों पर खड़े रहने की ताकत देता है. मुद्रा योजना जो स्वरोजगार की प्रेरणा देता है. लेकिन स्वरोजगार के भाषण के काम नहीं होता है, उसका हाथ पकड़ना पड़ता है, उसको साथ देना पड़ता है, उसको सहाय देनी पड़ती है. और हमने मुद्रा योजना के साथ द्वारा
Literally has done none of this, by the way.
30 लाख करोड़ रुपया
I don't know what they're actually happy about. He has done nothing of it. Like, what they're actually happy about, I don't understand. Like, what are these guys actually happy about? Like, seriously speaking.
30 लाख करोड़ रुपए से ज्यादा लोन मुद्रा योजना के माध्यम से और बिना गारंटी देश के नौजवानों के हाथ में दिया और उन्होंने अपने कारोबार को आगे बढ़ाया। और गर्व की बात है, उसमें बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में माताएं बहनें भी हकदार बनी, लाभार्थी।
Highest unemployment in the history of India, by the way.
सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप, इन दिनों ग्रामीण महिलाएं बड़े सपने देखती हैं, खुद अपने पैरों पर खड़ा होना चाहती थी। विमेन सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप का हमने विस्तार तो किया ही किया, लेकिन 10 करोड़ बहनों को हमने सीधी आर्थिक मदद की व्यवस्था की। हमारे एमएसएमई सेक्टर को हमने भरपूर लोन दी और मैं आज बड़े संतोष के साथ, बड़ी जिम्मेवारी के साथ इस पवित्र सदन में कहना चाहता हूं, हमने एनपीए जिसके पहाड़ हुआ करते थे 2014 के बाद, आज उसको हमने नीचे निम्न स्तर पर लाकर के खड़ा कर दिया। आज एनपीए 1% से भी नीचे है। ये अपने आप में बैंकों के स्वास्थ्य के लिए
Dude, say it. It's fine. Say it.
बहुत उत्तम काम हमने किया। इतना ही नहीं, हमारे बैंकों का प्रॉफिट आज रिकॉर्ड पर है, हाई रिकॉर्ड है इसके। ये अपने आप में देश की अर्थव्यवस्था को ताकत देने के लिए, बैंकिंग व्यवस्था मजबूत होती है तो बाकी अर्थव्यवस्था को भी मजबूती मिलती है। उस काम को कहेगा। आदरणीय सभापति जी, मैं एक और उदाहरण देना चाहता हूं। हमारे पीएसयूज आमतौर
Has not made more PSUs, has removed a lot of the PSUs, by the way.
पर पीएसयूज के संबंध में मान्यता बन चुकी थी। वो बनते ही है बीमार होने के लिए, वो बनते ही हैं बर्बाद होने के लिए, वो बनते ही हैं बंद होने के लिए। हमने इस पूरी मानसिकता को हलता प्राप्त की है।
Jesus Christ, he's just lying at this point.
और ये लोग पीएसयूज को
What is wrong with this guy? I
इतनी
don't
गलत
understand.
बातें फैलाते थे। अर्बन नक्सल की तरह ऐसे पीएसयूज के दरवाजे के बाहर मजदूरों की मीटिंग करके भड़काने का पाप करते थे, गुमराह करने का काम करते थे।
Is he a fucking idiot?
इन्होंने एलआईसी, स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया और भी एचएएल, ऐसे हर एक को बड़ा भला बुरा और इतना भद्दे तरीके से, जब उनकी सरकार थी तब तो इन चीजों को संभाल नहीं पाते थे, उसको कुछ कर भी नहीं पाते थे।
Thank God I asked you to say it out loud. That would just kill you, not him. I am sorry. That is not how that thing works.
आदरणीय
Plus,
सभापति जी,
killing
हमने
people
इसमें
is
भी
wrong.
हिम्मत
Just
दिखाई।
saying, I do not condone
हमने पीएसयूज के संबंध में भी रिफॉर्म्स की हैं।
whatever you're saying
ये
right now.
लगातार परंपरा चलाई। आज
But that's
एलआईसी
not how that works.
बेस्ट तरीके से उसने पूरे
I know
कार्यकाल
you're
में
desperate,
अपना
but
LIC का जन्म हुआ था।
the only way to get this shit right is spreading our message, basically.
उत्तम से उत्तम परफॉर्मेंस का कालखंड उनका गुजर रहा है। जिन पीएसयूज को कांग्रेस के नेता ताले लगवाने की कगार पर पहुंच चुका था और उसी पर अपनी राजनीतिक रोटी सेकने का प्रयास भी किया गया था, आज हमारे पीएसयूज रिकॉर्ड प्रॉफिट पर हैं। इतना ही नहीं, वे अपने परफॉर्मेंस से मेक इन इंडिया को भी गति दे रहे हैं।
Make in India, quite literally, at the end of the day, is like assemble in India. It was never make in India. Everything is made everywhere else.
इन इंडिया का जो सपना है उसका पूरा करने में वे भी एक बहुत बड़े कैटलिक एजेंट के रूप में आज भूमिका अदा कर रहे हैं। रिकॉर्ड संख्या में रोजगार बना रहे हैं। इतना ही नहीं, हमारे कुछ पीएसयूज आज विश्व के अंदर जा रहे हैं, विश्व में भी अपनी
They have given the PSUs off to goddamn Adani and Ambani's. Not even joking.
ताकत दिखा रहे हैं, विश्व के साथ जुड़ रहे हैं, दुनिया के कई देशों की विकास यात्रा में वो भागीदार बन रहे हैं।
It shouldn't be. PSU should be India. Like, if other countries are getting developed because of the PSUs, you need them yourself. Why are you giving them to other countries? I don't understand. Am I being stupid here? Guys, please tell me.
आज हमारे पीएसयूज को बहुत बड़े बड़े ऑर्डर देश से भी और देश के बाहर से भी मिलने लगे हैं। ये अपने आप में मैं जो कहता हूं ना, एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण पड़ाव पर ये देश 25 साल है, उसका संकेत यहां नजर आता है। आदरणीय सभापति जी, कांग्रेस ने विश्वासघात करने के विषय में भी हमारे देश के अन्नदाता को भी नहीं छोड़ा। इस देश में 10 करोड़ किसान ऐसे हैं जिनके पास 2 हेक्टेयर से भी कम जमीन है, छोटे किसान हैं। उनकी तरफ कभी परवाह नहीं की गई, उनकी तरफ कभी देखा नहीं गया।
This guy is literally the reason why so many men have died, because they are farmers, they can't pay off their debts and they don't see any other option out.
नहीं उनके दिमाग में ये छोटे किसानों का कोई
Hold on,
महत्व
guys.
है। उनको लगता है कुछ बड़े लोगों को संभाल लिया तो गाड़ी चल जाएगी, और यही राजनीति करते रहे। आदरणीय सभापति जी, हमारे दिल में छोटे किसान के प्रति एक दर्द था। हम जमीनी हकीकतों से परिचित थे और उसी के कारण हम पीएम किसान सम्मान निधि योजना लेकर गए। और आप इतने कम समय में हमारे इन छोटे किसानों के खाते में 4 लाख करोड़ रुपए हमने दिया। 4 लाख करोड़ रुपए आंकड़ा छोटा नहीं होता है आदरणीय सभापति जी। और उसने हमारे छोटे किसानों को एक नई ताकत दी है, नए सपने देखने का सामर्थ्य दिया है। और मुझे पक्का विश्वास है कि हमारा किसान उस दिशा में जरूर भारत की आशा अपेक्षा के अनुरूप परिणाम देगा। आदरणीय सभापति जी, यहां कुछ साथियों ने इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के संबंध में शिकायतों का भाषण काफी किए।
This is actually okay. This was anyway. I was just saying he hasn't implemented shit.
शायद वो तय करके आए थे कि ऐसा ऐसा बोलना है, तो
I mean, तय करके आने वाला ना, obviously, because he has done so little that you can just say things like this.
आदरणीय सभापति, जब ये इम्प्लीमेंटेशन को लेकर के इतनी बड़ी बड़ी बातें करते हैं, मैं एक जरा किस्सा सुनाता हूँ। मैं किसी का भला बुरा कहने के लिए नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं सिर्फ हकीकत रख रहा हूँ। परेशानी जिनको होगी उनको होगी, लेकिन तथ्य तो तथ्य ही होते हैं। हमारे देश के एक नेता हिमाचल प्रदेश के दौरे पर गए थे और वहां से आने के बाद उन्होंने खुद ने ये घटना कहीं सुनाई, रिकॉर्ड पर उपलब्ध है। उसमें उन्होंने कहा,
At this point, I'm just not even looking. I'm just taking pictures of myself.
उस नेता ने क्या कहा, मैं उन्हीं के शब्द पढ़ रहा हूं। काफी लंबे समय तक मुझे योजना आयोग से संघर्ष करना पड़ा, क्योंकि वे पहाड़ी क्षेत्रों के लिए अलग योजनाएं बनाने को तैयार ही नहीं थे। मैं हिमाचल प्रदेश गई थी, जब मैं वापस आई तो मैंने योजना आयोग में कहा कि हमारे कामदारों को, वर्कर्स को जीप की जरूरत नहीं है, बल्कि खच्चरों की आवश्यकता है, ताकि कम से कम उन पर सामान आदि लादा जा सके। आगे उन्होंने कहा, लेकिन मुझे बताया गया हम पैसा तो जीप के लिए ही देंगे, क्योंकि खच्चरों के लिए पैसे देने की पॉलिसी नहीं है। इसी भाषण में आगे वो कहती हैं, अब वहां सड़कें ही नहीं थी। उनका कहने का कारण यह था कि हिमाचल में जहां वो गई और सड़कें ही नहीं थी। अब वहां सड़कें ही नहीं थी तो फिर उस पर जीप का क्या लाभ हो सकता है? जीप लेकर के कौन जाएगा जहां रोड नहीं है? लेकिन उस समय योजना
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just going to say that like there are literally no roads anymore. Like, did they make more roads? No, they didn't. They have a goddamn road that starts as a 4-lane and ends up in a 2-lane with a 90-degree angle. They have such bad fucking roads. Like, this guy should be the last guy to be talking about roads, to be completely honest with you. What, in 1970s? Like, bro has gone from being in what the fuck? Really? Can't you hear me? You can't hear me anymore? Okay, fine. Okay, hold on. Since when does the video have no volume? Guys, this keeps dying. Literally dying. The actual fuck, where is this? Jesus, what is wrong in this? Hold on, I'm trying to fix it. Jesus. Where is the Jesus fucking Christ? Like, nothing here. What's this? If I close this, maybe then it works. Remove, yes. Add audio application. No, still doesn't work. Maybe. Nope. Literally does not work anymore. God fuck's sake. Remove, yes. Add new.
रही थी
Okay, then should
उसके
work.
जन्मदाता उनके स्वयं के
Like, I
पिताजी थे
hate it.
और प्लानिंग कमीशन को बना और इंदिरा जी ने जब कहा उसके बीच में 2 दशक बीत चुके थे लेकिन हाल यही था और 2014
Fucking opera.
सब दुखी
It
थे
was
सब
not opera,
परेशान
it
थे
was
सब
obvious
गलती
though.
देख रहे थे लेकिन सुधार करने की तैयारी नहीं 2014 के बाद जब आपने हमें मौका और कांग्रेस ने जिस प्रकार से प्लानिंग कमीशन अटकाना लटकाना भटकाना वाली कार्यशैली बना दी थी 2014 में जब हमें मौका मिला तो हमने आकर के काम किया प्लानिंग कमीशन को खत्म कर दिया और नीति आयोग को आज नीति आयोग बहुत तेज गति से काम कर रहा है अब देखिए एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट वो भी एक बड़ा प्रेरक उदाहरण है और मैं तो देख रहा हूं कि डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज के लिए विकास के लिए एक मॉडल के रूप में वैश्विक संस्थाएं इसको अनुमोदन
Yeah, he literally just renamed
दे
it.
रही है ये एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट की ये सफलता बनी है देश के कई जिले ऐसे थे जिसको पिछड़े मान करके छोड़ दिया गया था और वहां करोड़ों लोगों की जो मौलिक जरूरतें थी उसको भी नकार दिया गया था उनको तो ऐसे ही जीने के लिए मजबूर कर दिया गया था और जो पिछड़े इलाके थे वो और पिछड़े होते गए और बर्बादी आती गई
Literally happened all in his reign, by the way.
और हालत तो सरकार में ऐसी थी कि जब किसी को पनिशमेंट ट्रांसफर करनी होती थी पनिशमेंट पोस्टिंग देना होता तो ऐसे ही जिलों में भेजा जाता था ताकि और खराब करे वो ये हाल बन गया ये वर्क कल्चर बन गया था हमने इस स्थिति को बदला। सबसे पहला आग्रह किया, यंग होनहार अफसरों को लगाया जाएगा और पूरा 3 साल का मौका उसको दिया जाए काम करने का। एक के बाद अब निर्णय किए और आज देखिए किसी समय छत्तीसगढ़ का हमारा बस्तर एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट में था, आज वो बस्तर पूरे देश में बस्तर ओलंपिक के नाम से चर्चा में है। आज विकास की धारा बस्तर के गांव-गांव पहुंच रही है। अभी कुछ गांवों में पहली बार बस देखी, पूरे गांव ने उत्सव मनाया बस्तर में। ये परिस्थितियां छोड़ करके गए हुए हैं लोग और यहाँ पर पता नहीं किस प्रकार से देश को कहाँ ले जाना चाहते हैं लोग।
Okay, he's literally at this point, I think, comparing like 1950s to 2025. Because that was he keeps doing with like Nehru anyway, right? Why not just compare like the entirety of
आदरणीय सभापति जी,
like year?
इम्प्लीमेंटेशन क्या होता है? ये एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट एक बहुत बड़ा शानदार उदाहरण है। ऐसे तो सैकड़ों उदाहरण हैं, लेकिन मैं कहने के लिए इसको उल्लेख कर रहा हूँ।
Is he talking about China by the way when it comes to what is implementation? Because he has no idea how to implement shit.
नहीं आ रहा है और उनका तो एक ही प्लानिंग कमीशन वाला मॉडल है, जीप और खच्चर वाला मॉडल, यही उनकी कल्पना है। और
I'm just surprised how much they actually talk. It's just completely pointless. He's just lying every breath.
उनका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन देखिए, प्रगति के नाम से।
I don't know why is he given like an hour to speak.
ये प्रगति प्लेटफॉर्म का मैं उदाहरण देता हूं, आप हैरान हो जाएंगे। मुझे एग्जैक्ट याद नहीं है, लेकिन शायद हिमाचल में एक ट्रेन उन्होंने पार्लियामेंट में घोषित की थी, शायद ऊना और कोई। मेरे आने तक वो कागज पर भी उसका ड्राइंग नहीं बना था, बता, और चुनाव जीतने के लिए वो घोषणा कर दी। प्रगति के अंदर मेरे सामने विषय आया, ऐसे कई विषय मेरे सामने आए और उस प्रगति के अंदर हमने एक एक प्रोजेक्ट क्यों अटके हुए, कॉस्ट किस डिपार्टमेंट की काम में क्या मुसीबत आई है, किसने गलत तरीके से इसको आगे बढ़ाया, और बजट तो बढ़ता ही गया था। जो योजना 900 करोड़ में होनी थी वो 90,000 करोड़ तक पहुंच जाए, ये हाल करके रख दिया था इन्होंने।
I would like to remind you of the Rafale deal.
हमने एक टेक्नोलॉजी प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया, हर महीने बैठा। अभी मैंने 50वां एपिसोड पूरा किया उस मीटिंग का।
He is prime content creator, guys. He is not prime minister. He's prime content creator. He's an influencer. That's what he's talking about.
और लगातार उस काम करते करते और संबंधित राज्यों को भी बिठाया, उनकी कठिनाइयों को भी समझा, उसके इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में कौन मिनिस्ट्री का परेशानी हो रही है, किस स्टेट की परेशानी हो रही है, किस कानून की परेशानी हो रही है, हर एक की बारीकी से देखा। और आज मैं गर्व से कह सकता हूं कि इस प्रगति के इम्प्लीमेंटेशन को बारीकी से प्रधानमंत्री के स्तर पर देखे जाने के।
This is called propaganda, guys. He's doing propaganda for BJP. He's not doing anything else. That's what I keep telling you. These guys have been doing propaganda for 70 years. Even when they were banned, they were doing propaganda. That's why you should not be losing hope. Because it's just propaganda. There's nothing more here.
कारण 85 लाख करोड़ रुपए का काम को गति मिली। 85 लाख करोड़ रुपए के काम आप कल्पना कीजिए। देश की कितनी बड़ी शक्ति को अनलॉक किया हमने। इंप्लीमेंटेशन कैसे होता है ये हमने करके दिखा है। रेल हो, रोड हो, सिंचाई हो, ग्रामीण कोई व्यवस्था का काम हो, इन सारी चीजों को हमने इसमें लिया।
Okay, road implementation. Guys, roads don't last the first 6 months. Rail accidents have increased. There are flyovers that go from 4 lanes to 2 lanes. Literally, Noida. There is a road with a 90-degree fucking turn. Without railing. What the fuck do you mean by implementation?
अब जैसे जम्मू उधमपुर श्रीनगर बारामूला रेल लाइन, आज ये प्रोजेक्ट पूरा हुआ और बर्फबारी में इन दिनों आपने देखा एक वीडियो बहुत पॉपुलर हुआ है, बर्फ के बीच में से चारों तरफ बर्फ की चादर छाई हुई है और वंदे भारत ट्रेन निकल रही है और लोग कहते हैं गलती मत करना है तो विदेश है।
Vande Bharat is literally the biggest scam in India because the tracks are not meant for the speed Vande Bharat is supposed to go. So they literally release the train 15 minutes before the other train and say, oh, you're saving 15 minutes.
हिंदुस्तान है, ये रील चल रहा है बाजार में। लेकिन 3 दशक तक यही प्रोजेक्ट लटका हुआ था। 3 दशक 30 साल आप कल्पना कर सकते, 2 पीढ़ी आगे बढ़ जाए, ये यही के अटके पड़े थे। हमारी सरकार ने इसको पूरा किया। आदरणीय सभापति जी, मैं असम की बात करता हूं, और कोई ये मत सोचो कि मैं चुनाव इसलिए बोल रहा हूं।
चुनाव इसलिए बोल रहा है भाई,
पाप है इसलिए मुझे कहना पड़ रहा है। कांग्रेस सिर्फ इमेजिन करती है और
इमेजिन करती है। ओके,
इम्प्लीमेंट
आई
करने
डोंट
का
गिव अ
उनको
शिट
कोई
अबाउट
लेना
कांग्रेस
देना ही
एनीवे।
नहीं होता है। अब असम का बोगी ब्रिज,
Keep
बोगी
going.
ब्रिज,
Keep lying.
ये बोगी
Brother,
ब्रिज,
he's literally just lying to you. Like, you don't understand that, right? Like, nothing he's saying is actually the truth.
अरुणाचल और असम को जोड़ने वाला बहुत महत्वपूर्ण ब्रिज। कितने ही सालों तक ये प्रोजेक्ट लटका रहा, हमने प्रगति के माध्यम से इसको रिव्यू किया और असम सहित पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट को बहुत बड़ी सुविधा वाला ये काम हमने पूरा किया। आदरणीय सभापति जी, इंप्लीमेंटेशन की बातें जब करते हैं तो एक बार हमारे पास तो तथ्यों के साथ चीजें हैं कि हमने चीजों को समय पर पूरा करने की दिशा में आगे बढ़े। और इन दिनों तो जो काम कर रहे हैं समय से पहले हो रहा है। हमने पूरी दुनिया को कहा था कि 2030 तक यहां पहुंचेंगे सोलार में, हमने वो काम 2025 में कर दिया। हमने इथेनॉल का समय तय किया था, हम उसमें भी 2-3 साल पहले काम पूरा कर दिया। तो
Yeah, this is straight up psychopathy at this point. Like, this you can't even explain this to a normal person and be like, ki, okay, this guy, what he's saying is true. He's just lying. See, that is why I'm saying he's playing a part. He's an actor. He's not like, he doesn't have to say the truth. This is a practiced speech. He's just lying to everyone.
एडवांस में हम काम पूरा करने का, इंप्लीमेंटेशन की ताकत हमारे से उससे भी ज्यादा है। आदरणीय सभापति जी, भाजपा हो, एनडीए हो, हमारा अप्रोच, चीजों की तरफ देखने का हमारा दृष्टिकोण, समस्या के समाधान के लिए हमारी सोच और कांग्रेस के बीच में आसमान जमीन का अंतर है, बहुत फर्क है। मैं आपको उदाहरण देता हूं। हमारी सोच ये है कि 140 करोड़ देशवासी ये इतने सामर्थ्यवान हैं कि वह चुनौतियों को समाधान दे सकते हैं। ये हमारी सोच है, हमारा भरोसा है देशवासियों पर, उनके सामर्थ्य पर हमारा भरोसा है, और यही लोकतंत्र की भी सच्ची ताकत होती है। लेकिन कांग्रेस देशवासियों को ही समस्या मानती है। अब मैं इनका इतना बोल करके छोड़ दूंगा तो आज पता नहीं रात को उनको नींद नहीं आएगी और गालियां कल कैसी दे उसका प्लानिंग चलेगा। लेकिन मैं उदाहरण के साथ बताना चाहता हूं किस प्रकार से लोग सोचते थे देशवासियों के लिए। देश के लोगों के बारे में नेहरू जी और इंदिरा जी की सोच क्या थी, मैं उसके विषय में बताना चाहता हूं। इंदिरा जी एक बार ईरान गए थे और ईरान में वो भाषण दे रही थी और उस भाषण में उन्होंने नेहरू जी के साथ जो बातचीत हुई थी उसका उल्लेख किया। खुद ने कहा है, उन्होंने कहा, और मैं जो इंदिरा जी ने कहा था उसको कोट कर रहा हूं, जब किसी ने मेरे पिताजी से पूछा, यानी नेहरू जी से पूछा कि उनके सामने कितनी समस्याएं हैं, तो उन्होंने उत्तर दिया था 35 करोड़। नेहरू जी ने जवाब दिया था कि उनके सामने कितनी समस्याएं हैं, बोले 35 करोड़। उस समय हमारे देश की जनसंख्या थी 35 करोड़। अब आगे देखिए, 35 करोड़ देशवासी नेहरू जी को समस्या लगते थे। ऐसा कोई मुखिया हो सकता है क्या जी? और
Jesus fucking Christ.
इस बात का उदाहरण देते हुए इंदिरा जी
He
ने आगे
can
कहा,
never stop talking about Nehru because that is the only comparison he has. Because he wants to be remembered as Nehru. But he never will. They know it. He's trying, but he never will. Like, he has no idea what Nehru was. That's why, like, this is an inferiority complex, guys. This is not like boys being serious over anything. This is inferiority. Ay.
कि आज देश की जनसंख्या 57 करोड़ है इसलिए मेरी समस्याओं की संख्या भी उतनी ही बड़ी है। यानी पिताजी को 35 करोड़ समस्या वाले देशवासी लगते थे, अब 57 करोड़ उनको समस्या। कोई ऐसा हो सकता है जो अपने ही देशवासियों को समस्या माने? ये फर्क है उनकी सोच और हमारी सोच में, ये फर्क है उनके अप्रोच और हमारे अप्रोच में। नेहरू जी हो या इंदिरा जी हो या पूरी कांग्रेसी बिरादरी हो, ये लोग भारत के लोगों को समस्या मानते हैं। आदरणीय सभापति जी, मेरे कई कोटेशन मिलेंगे। मैंने दुनिया के सामने कहा है, देश के सामने कहा है, और कहा है इसलिए नहीं, ये मेरा कन्विक्शन है। अरे चुनौतियां कितनी ही क्यों ना हो, 140 करोड़ समाधान हमारे पास है। हमारे लिए देशवासी समर्थक की पूंजी है। हमारे लिए हर देशवासी भारत का उज्जवल भविष्य का नियंता है, निर्माता है, करता रहता है।
Bliss, thank you for sending it to me. What is this? Oh, I know this guy.
So terrifying, or to put it in a fairer way, why do I find him so terrifying? Well, I think it's the coldness, the detachment, the aloofness, the idea that he is a man on a mission who has a destiny to fulfill, and he doesn't care what other people say. He doesn't care about counter arguments. It's absolute cold certainty. I don't see any affect from him, that emotional spontaneity. He seems to be looking inward all the time, as if he's looking at his mission or at some pre-scripted plan. He doesn't seem to converse. He doesn't seem to react, to respond. He seems absolutely detached, including from the suffering or emotions of others. He seems to view them as irrelevant. So the whole Gujarat thing, for him, it's just, had to happen. Whereas for
I do disagree a little bit, because he's not doing it because he's on a mission. He's doing it because profits for Adani Ambani. Like he has people he's getting paid.
others, they may start shouting and saying, well, they did this to us and blah, blah, blah. But actually he reserves emotion for other people. He makes these very incendiary speeches, the like of which I've barely seen before anywhere, except for perhaps in Germany in the 30s. Whips other people up, but it seems that he himself is feeling nothing. You could call it detachment, you could call it dissociation. If you love him, you could call it spiritual or ascetic control, but I would call it psychopathy.
No, I mean, sure. Fine, I guess. Works. What is this here?
हम उसको समस्या कैसे कह सकते हैं? ऐसी सोच वाले लोग.
Just look at the acting. He has like perfect acting. Like he can literally be like a very good Bollywood star. Not like props. He's like angry.
अपने
He
परिवार
looks
का ही
angry.
भला
Like,
करेंगे और किसका करेंगे? आदरणीय सभापति जी.
and this is practiced. Like this is quite literally everything is
देश के
practiced.
लोगों का अपमान करते रहना एक कांग्रेस के स्वभाव में पड़ा हुआ है, उनके संस्कारों में पड़ा हुआ है. कांग्रेस ने बीते दिनों राष्ट्रपति जी का अपमान किया. चुनाव के बाद जिस प्रकार से हमारे राष्ट्रपति जी के लिए शब्द कहे गए हैं, शर्मिंदगी महसूस होती है कि ये कैसे लोग हैं. भारत के राष्ट्रपति के लिए क्या बोल
You
रहे हैं
can
लोग.
call a spade, by the way,
आदरणीय
guys.
सभापति जी.
Never let them tell you otherwise.
कल लोकसभा में भी राष्ट्रपति जी के अभिभाषण पर चर्चा नहीं हो पाई. ये राष्ट्रपति पद, उसका घोर अपमान किया है. उनको संविधान शब्द मुंह में बोलने की अधिकार नहीं रहता है. जो लोग गरीबी से निकली हुई एक महिला, आदिवासी परिवार से आई हुई एक महिला, जब आपने लोकसभा में जो व्यवहार किया है, आपने आदिवासी समाज का अपमान किया है, आपने महिला का अपमान किया है. भारत
But
के
he's just
सर्वोच्च
crying,
पद
okay?
पर
He's just
विराजमान
crying.
संविधान ने जिनको सर्वोच्च पद दिया है, आपने उनका अपमान किया है, आपने संविधान का अपमान किया है।
Like, no one is above criticism. Just letting you
आदरणीय
know,
सभापति जी, उनको कुछ भी लगता है,
especially if they are the president of
कांग्रेस
India.
को ये गुना की
Honorable members, it is now 6 p.m. If the House agrees, we may sit beyond 6 p.m. till disposal of the motion of thanks and the presidential address. Do I have the leave of the House to extend the sitting beyond 6 p.m.? Thank you.
आदरणीय सभापति जी, समय बढ़ाने के लिए मैं आपका और सदन का बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। आदरणीय सभापति जी, बड़ी दर्दनाक लोकसभा की घटना है और शायद हताशा निराशा तो हम समझ सकते हैं, लेकिन इसके लिए देश के पवित्र लोकतंत्र के मंदिर को ही
Okay, I think we need to stop here, guys. It's so fucking tiring. This is so fucking weird. We are just listening to his speech and he just keeps lying.
इस रूप में कर देना
Guys, I will continue this on Saturday.
देख बोला ना,
We'll end on number 1, whatever this is, Dalles. Anyway, thank you guys for coming. I will see you. There's a lot more to talk about, by the way. But sadly, we don't do like 8-hour streams. If it was an 8-hour stream, we would just dedicated like one entire stream of this. Maybe someday if we are ever profitable. So I'll see you guys Saturday. Thank you for coming. Have a good night. Shabba khair.